start this up. Okay, so you guys, as it was just stated, are in the Sea of Scales. Anyone brave enough to try and give a recap of last week?
Oh God.
A lot of laughing, just a lot of fucking laughing.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fucking around. We're sailing.
House got a nat 20 on spying on the captain and saw his
Saw a little too much. Why would you say he saw a little too much? Took him a cover.
and now suffers from
God.
psychic attacks.
That's right. As long as that's never forgotten.
The captaining hard, so hard, has a very different definition for Hal.
The captain is captaining hard. I need to stab an eye or something. I need to go.
I gotta go. Just gotta go.
I'm gonna sit out the next
should
fight,
go.
guys. I need to. I'll be back.
Should
I might be back.
All the chat options were I should go.
You ever get to that point of the adventure where all the options are the same? Yeah.
All right. So
And-
psych damage.
remember that witch from Barovia?
The witch from
That
Which?
that Littlefoot paid Littlefoot his memory to
Yes.
get something to
Oh,
trade.
that's
One of the
right. It
hags
was
right before we killed them.
Yeah, he
That's
gave
right.
up. He completely forgot that he killed like a whole bunch of kids with fireball.
Yep.
So like, if Hal had the same opportunity, he's like, "Have I got a memory for you?"
Let me tell you what I don't want to remember. I don't even want to remember remembering it for you. Get away from me.
That's like, but you do get a receipt, so you do remember that you lost the memory, but...
What?
Oh, yeah, I assume it was bad, right? Maybe.
I just...
No,
in retrospect,
I'm
in
never
retrospect-
letting him forget
Oh, no.
that.
Well, no.
I know.
Well, technically, I never told you what I just came up and said, just leave the captain alone. He's,
Well,
he's
in the
good.
recaps, because it's just never, it's never gonna be forgotten.
Yeah, this is
Fair enough.
Hal's
Recaps,
subconscious remembering.
I
in the
just remember
recap.
that scene. I just remember that scene in Adventure Time when like he sees the ghost in the house that wasn't supposed to be haunted, and he's like,
How'd you do that
and
part?
whoop, that's in the
Oh,
vault.
that one's going in the vault.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what Hal does. He's like, that's going in the vault, whoop, and it's gone.
All right, so
Or
we
like
had...
when he sees like Marceline in the shower and he just like walks back to the closet and Jake's like, "What?" It's like, "Mm-mm." It's like, "What?" Mm-mm.
Harbor's
That's the episode where Jake
gaslighting.
gets bitten by the spider, and he can't scream, and that is the funniest fucking 5 seconds.
That show's so good.
Right.
Tried to gaslight Rack and Drac, and only Drac fell for it because he suppressed most of his memories
Fell
from
for what?
childhood. He's your father.
Yeah, of course. I didn't fall for
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
We took it to Mari. It was not a
Yeah.
lie.
Okay.
I didn't fall for my dad. I just finally realized that this is paternal love. I finally felt it again. It's not falling for anything, brother.
Okay. Rack's playing along because he finds it hilarious watching his brother be an idiot. We ended with us kidnapping a mermaid and the captain making the wise decision to leave Drac in charge. So
We ran her over with the boat and we rescued her. I don't see what's wrong with what we just did.
So rather than a hit and a run, we were a hit
And we
and
locked
save.
we locked eyes and then nothing else was the same ever again.
This is just
We
part
locked
of my
eyes,
long-
and you haven't seen the terror fade from hers since.
This is part of my plan. I knew that Drac would break her, and then we can rebuild her, and we have an agent under the water.
Oh my god.
It's like the CIA's killer dolphins.
We just need to find a way to give them laser beams and we're
It's
good.
exactly like that.
Sharks
Can
with
you
laser
make-
beams, no.
can you put laser
Mermaids
beams on her,
with laser
Wolfgang?
beams.
No, I'm not gonna put laser beams on the mermaid.
I want a freaking mermaid.
I
with
just
those
ima-
shit
I-
laser beams.
Freaking mermaids
Wait,
with
I think
freaking
this
laser
should be-
beams
this
on
should
their
be a- this
freaking
should be a ship
fins.
vote. Yeah.
Though
This
it
should be a
though it
ship
would be
vote.
nice if we did recruit her and she ended up, actually knowing healing magic. Just saying.
I mean,
So I just imagine,
water-based.
Hal runs up and like cuts her arm and goes, "Hey, can you heal that?" No, she's not good at that. All right, and walks away.
I think Wolfgang has just played too much Breath of the Wild.
Nah,
Mifa's Grace.
nah, not for like over a year actually.
All right, cool. So you guys have all that stuff going on, and you're as you said, you're in the Sea of Scales. You're just at the point where you're in the final stretch towards the hidden pirate bar where you originally.
Can we pick up where we left off, where we pulled the mermaid up?
Yeah.
If that's where we were going anyway.
Yes. Let's
Let's see.
What the?
Oh, there's Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
Where's the merfolk? Her name's Marissa? Yeah, that's not very mermaid. I don't remember all these other fuckers on the boat.
Yeah, who are these guys?
Oh, these guys just walked out with Torkel. These are
Christ,
no.
Torkel. Some Oni.
Are those zombies?
no
Zombies.
Ninjas?
Yeah, just
Do we have fucking ninjas on the pirate
Wait.
ship?
Wait. Do we have pirate ninjas on the pirate ship?
Dude, our anime episode came to life.
I
Hasn't
thought it
happened
was an
yet.
anime before now.
I thought it was just a crossover episode, but now it's really crossed over.
It's really.
Our imaginations got too wild.
just wait until fucking Sasuke shows up.
Oh man.
Bakugan.
You'll know him because he has one arm. So yeah,
Hey, do you think those guys are getting our techniques? I don't know. That kid keeps screaming Bakugan, so I think so.
it's like, and one guy is just over there pulling this little string, and there's a little like disc thing that's spinning on the ground. And he's like, "Let it rip." I don't know what he's doing, but
Yeah, that's
Yo.
what we gotta call these guys.
Yo. Oh my
The top
god.
one can be
Beyblade.
Bakugan. Second one can be Beyblade. Third one.
Third one can be Yu-Gi-Oh!
If
Yeah,
if I
that's good.
if I played a character that was in Naruto, I would just want the ability, even if it's shitty, that the Bakugan people couldn't read, just so I could fuck with them. That's all. Like dumbest technique ever. Like I make flowers that blind you. That's it. Doesn't do any real damage. Just blinds you. And he's like Bakugan. Can't fucking tell what I do, man. There's a flower in front of you. What do you do now?
What about the fourth one? What's another shitty 4Kids anime that we can from our childhood that
you
we
guys are
can
One Piece, so that one doesn't count.
Yeah.
What's that Chaos Watch? Like Yokai or something?
Yokai Watch? Alright.
I'm not well versed in it, but it's
My nephew's super obsessed with it, so
oh, yeah. I mean,
Perfect.
Kevin, what was the spirit detective? Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu
Yeah,
Yu Hakusho?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was great.
I mean, that one doesn't count.
Thundercats?
Thundercats. Oh.
So yeah,
Dragon Ball?
These guys had walked out from under, below deck. No big deal. It's kind of like they walked out like they've been here for a bit. And it's kind of been no big deal. They're just kind of walking on the ship like no worries.
I'm just gonna be like, where the fuck were these guys when we had to fight the sea people?
Trading and the hyperbolic time chamber.
We got one of those?
Turn the gravity up.
Yeah. It's, Torkel made one.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh fuck, I gotta go in there one day.
Yeah. In his spare time, between solving my curse and making other spells and all
Right,
the
like,
shit.
you know, he had to dedicate a week to Harbor's, like, curse thing, but still it's something where it's like, you know, it's like when you're working in IT and it's like, well, this has to, like, defrag for, like, 2 hours. I mean, I'm not just going to sit
What
and
else am I
watch
gonna
the
do?
bricks move around. Come on. I've got other things I could work on. Just going to keep an eye on it. So, you know, working on the time chamber and all that.
Yeah, you can get so much more shit done.
I'm just not even gonna acknowledge the Oni, and I'm just gonna say, Torkel, have you seen Carl? I need him to help me with my new pet fish.
Last I saw, he was below deck.
Could you get him for me, or you know what? Is there a below deck thing?
There isn't, but we'll
Can I just yell for Carl?
yeah, let's figure out
He's
where the hell we
screaming,
have
Carl! Carl!
Carl!
I think if Hal sees these like Oni dudes, he's gonna just whisper to Jeremy. He's gonna be like, Oni, more like Boney, and then just sink back down into the crow's nest.
It's gonna be like, Hal,
Hal's
How
gotten
the fuck-
weirdly sexual since he saw the captain.
how the fuck did you get this job, buddy? I don't understand.
You just see like another bag of poop fall over the ashes. He's like, I did another one. Clean it up.
I'm trying to find Carl, but in the meantime, while I'm trying to get his actual like picture for you guys, what are you? Should be this one, right? That's not the right map, so it doesn't even matter. Gotta go here. So, what are you talking to Carl about?
I'm gonna ask Carl. It doesn't feel right without seeing the picture. I need to see the picture.
I know, I'm working on it. Should
Oh.
be. Because I don't know
First
where,
world
where I had him
problems.
left.
Yeah, first world problems. You're goddamn right.
There we go. Alright, cool.
Drax's such a drama queen.
It's not enough for me to pretend. I have to see him.
If I'm gonna pretend, I don't want to have to do any imagining.
Oh my god.
Carl's bigger than the giant. It's just- Jesus Christ, what else has Torkel been doing down below?
It's also a crossover with Aquatine, and that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, that does happen all the time. I was gonna say, oh, Carl, thank goodness, Carl. Do we have any extra like pickle barrels or anything like that? I need a new tank for my fish.
I mean, we don't have any, like, the regular size barrels, and then,
Oh.
you know, he's like, but we have some empty.
Yeah, I'll take an empty barrel. And you know how many gallons that would be? Is that like 10 gallons?
No, those are probably, what would those, like, big barrels be? Those are probably, like, what, 50, right? Or am I completely wrong with that?
I have no idea. We'll say 50
I'd
gallons.
I'd say like if you're talking like thinking
Like
a wine barrel kind of thing. That's it's about 50 gallons.
drum, like, those are, like, the typical ones I would be thinking of, right?
Yeah, like a 50
Like,
gallon
that's the
drum
standard.
is approximately the same as like what a wine or a whiskey like cask
Cask
would
would be.
So
Yeah,
it's,
all right.
It's that
And
size.
what is it, like 1 inch of fish per gallon of water? How many inches are you, Marissa?
What?
You know, inches. How many inches long are you? I need to figure out if it's the right number of gallons for your aquarium.
What do you... And she's just...
Yeah, don't worry about it. I had a goldfish before. It's okay.
I'm not gonna forget to feed you for 2 weeks again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forget. Don't worry about it. Ask my dad. I had a goldfish a long time ago, Mr. Bubbles. My dad just took him away to live on a farm. That's all.
I overfed these men.
I imagine like Rax just like walking by and he whispers in Merce's ear, "He killed it," and just keeps walking.
No, she's totally happy on a farm. I saw it. Don't worry about it. I saw it in a picture.
And she's
It was
just
oil painting.
like with one of the people who was like kind of maybe sane and like potentially in her side, you know, just goes by and whispers, he killed it, to her. So she's just now sad that she's been given to this, in his mind,
Madman?
responsible.
Can I ask a quick Kevin? Can I ask a quick question? Maybe you'll let me make a roll on this. So Hal's up there.
One sec.
in-
Just with all of that happening, it does make her just kind of break down and just put her her face in her hands, and start crying a little bit. She's trying to hold it together, but it's
Oh, she's trying to breathe. I get it. She's making water to then breathe in. That's really smart. I didn't know mer people could do that.
damn. You guys are innovators.
Oh,
Yeah, what was
talk about the imagination nation here.
All right, Carl. So I'm glad we got that barrel. Sorry. You do your thing first. I'll get to Carl next.
Hal's kind of peeking over the edge of the crow's nest, looking down at this. Is as like sailors, I mean, we're fucking pirates, so like as sailors, is there like maybe, I don't know, a knowledge religion or something I could make that is general sailing lore? If you fuck with mermaids, like, the seas will come against you. Like, I
We're
don't
taking
care
care
what's
of her.
going
We're
on.
putting her in a 50-gallon aquarium. That is
Hold on.
that is 10 gallons more than needed.
Hal's just spitballing here. He's just thinking outside the box a little
Yeah,
bit.
absolutely. And
Maybe,
you know what?
Maybe like a knowledge religion check or something? I don't know.
Go with that, and go go history, but
Okay.
go with proficiency on this because it's pirate stuff.
Okay, 15.
15.
Rolled a 10. I'm sorry. No, wait. My what is my proficiency is a 4, so it's a 14, not a 15.
All right. So at the 14, you're trying to think of some things you've heard, in like pirate. What's it called? Now I'm blanking on the word.
The Pirates Codex that we're handed is on our first day of pirate roll.
Superstitious.
Pirate
there
high
it is.
school?
All right.
Superstition. Okay.
I was like, I know what the thing is I'm trying to say, but I don't know at all what it is. But I know that Michael Scott broke it down for me. I'm a little stitious. So,
I'm not.
pirate superstition that you can remember. You don't know of anything. There's something that you're kind of remembering about mermaid and like something similar, but you're like, was this like just an old wives' tale? Was it like a warning? Was it just like in a song? You can't really remember, but there was something. But nothing comes to mind that's like you'll be cursed, or the whatever. Nothing that you can think of.
Okay. So in that case, Hal's like, back in the vault. Whoop.
Hey Jeremy, you feeling like squeezing anything out, bud? No.
Do you want to do
take
some
your
tricks,
time.
Jeremy? Come on, backflip. Come on, we're starting the circus. You know we're gonna do it.
All right. So, Drac, you have access to a barrel.
All right, cool.
And a fish lady.
Awesome. I'm also gonna say, Carl, listen, buddy. This might be a tall order, but do you think you could make me some fish flakes? I need some fish flakes. I don't know what else to feed this thing. Captain put me in charge. I'm very grateful, but I need to make her some fish flakes.
Okay.
If you could make the ones that make her scales really shiny, that would be awesome too.
All right. So he's like, fish flakes.
Wait. Does anybody imagine that Carl ends up actually talking to Marissa while she's in a barrel below deck, and the two of them just have a torrid love affair that we're never aware of?
Oh
my god, yes!
Well, I'm gonna ask her if she wants to be below deck next, but I need to find out about the fish flakes first.
He's not exactly sure what
what
he's like. You know what? No, I think I can. We've got stuff that we've been catching. Yeah, I can make some fish flakes for you.
Awesome. So I'm gonna take the barrel to the side. I'm gonna say, "Don't worry, Marissa. Just give me a minute." I'm gonna take the barrel to the side, and I'm just gonna. We just like assume that there's rope since we're on a ship.
Yep.
I'm just gonna lower it into the water and pull up a thing of salt water, and then bring it over to her. I'm gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna love it on this ship. You don't need the ocean. Don't worry about it. This is plenty." And then what the hell else I'm gonna say? So I'm gonna just drop her into the bucket
Okay.
with the water.
Do
And
you
yeah.
just like pick her up and like put her like tail first and then just like let her go, or do you like
Yeah, tail first.
guide her in?
No, just plop her in tail
Okay.
first.
Just kind of. All right, cool.
And I'm gonna say, Marissa, are you more of like a deep ocean denizen mermaid or a shallow water coral reef singing with fish and crabs and stuff mermaid?
Under the sea.
I mean, the more shallow water.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. So would you like to be up on deck, or do you want to be below deck?
Uh, I wouldn't mind being on deck.
On deck. All right. We're gonna leave you on deck. Don't worry. I'm gonna take good care of you. Captain put me in charge. He will not regret it. And trust me, my fish is the happiest fish in the 7 seas right now. And Carl's gonna make you some fish flakes. You're gonna love it up here.
You're gonna love it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, perfect. And I'm just gonna put her near the crow. I'm gonna put her up over here near the crow's nest. I'm gonna like tie the barrel to the crow's nest so it doesn't move around, slosh around.
Okay.
Wait. So the water will slosh. The barrel just won't do it.
Oh, whatever.
Right,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
it's
figure
just
it
not
out.
gonna go everywhere.
We'll figure it out as
I
we
know what
go.
you're saying.
All right, Carl's gonna make you fish flakes. I'll be back at some point to take care of you. Don't worry about it.
I'll be back. I gotta go over here and do stuff.
Yeah, I got some stuff to do. I got some crew to flog, but I'll be back.
I gotta whip my crew.
Yeah, I gotta
You're
flog the
watching
crew.
me. Hey, this crew is the happiest crew. Whip.
They were
They
a
love
minute
it.
ago.
All right, so I'm just gonna wander around and flog the crew for being lazy, and anyone else can move on with their things. I would like Carl to come up when the fish food is done.
Okay. Okay, so yeah. Anyone else doing anything?
You just hear 2 flips. Way to go, Jeremy.
So,
This is a fucking stupid
Hell is
crew. We're
100%
terrible.
paying attention to everything on the water. Good guy to have in the crow's nest. Yay, Jeremy! I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you should
Anything
do rolls
coming?
whenever you're
Shut
doing like
up!
perception. They should be against him.
Well, so technically, I have advantage on this, so it would just be 1 straight roll. So
Yeah,
I'm giving myself disadvantage by playing with
he's
Jeremy.
basically just like, dude, I've got this. I get, yeah, no, nothing. All right, there's usually nothing. If there's something, I'll see it. Whatever. Good.
He's
boy.
like
No,
holding
not
up Jeremy
you.
to make him do tricks and look at the horizon at the same time.
Jeremy, you just did a somersault roll. Amazing.
All right, so with that, let's get some D12s going.
Ooh, D12s.
Ooh, an 11. I'm gonna pee also.
4.
Okay.
Ten.
Kevin, this is kind of retrospective, but like you said, the ninja dudes came up and kind of dispersed around the ship.
Yep.
Did they start to do anything, or are they just hanging around? Like, are they following Torkel? Are they cutting ropes when no one's looking?
Yeah, no. So they came up and they were walking with Torkel. They walked around up on the deck, but they don't seem to be interfering or touching anything. They walk just kind of around silently and without saying anything and just looking around and observing, and just they literally aren't even saying anything and making like any sound.
Okay. Ghosts. This is a ghost ship.
They're not even fucking there. Alright, so I have, 4, 10, 11?
I had a 5.
And a 5. Okay, cool. So, this day, uneventful. Next, some D12s.
Okay.
9.
4.
10.
I also got a 9.
All right. Could I get some perception checks from everyone?
Ooh.
Perceptione.
19.
So with just one
20,
straight
not
roll,
nat.
with my disadvantage and my advantage, so just one roll, a 24. That's why I'm in the goddamn crow's nest, kids.
18.
All right. So you guys see the the land over here, and you see that it's ending. You come to the end of where that part sticks out. You guys are familiar.
Wait. With a 24, I see this and I'm like, oh, look at that peninsula. It looks a lot like. Put it back in the vault. Put it back in the vault.
Roll for psychic damage.
Roll for mental
Stability.
athletics. Mental athletics to see if you can do enough backflips to put that in the vault fast enough.
Jeremy, do something else. Do something else, quick.
Think of anything else, Jeremy.
Oh no.
Well, let's hope there's no connection. But anyway, and so you guys see that, and with those rolls, you see that there is a storm coming from the east, and other than that, it's coming kind of. Let's see. I'll throw something on there for you. This way, it seems to be heading that way.
With a 24 perception, would you allow me to know if there's the potential that we could outrun it, to get out of its way if we kept going?
Yeah, and with you knowing your navigation stuff as well, it seems like something that you feel like that is what the case would be.
So I shout that down to the crew. I shout that down to the crew, and I'm just storm off the starboard approaching. But if we continue course, we'll outpace it. We should continue on.
Storms brewing.
Captain's doors open. Bloodshot.
Thank you,
eyes.
Hal of Boston Harbor. Go Sox.
Sorry, kids. Forgot where I was.
Go Sox.
Off
Go
the starboard
Sox.
side, brah.
It wasn't the port. It was the goddamn starboard, kid.
So
That storm's bigger than the Green Monster, kid.
You guys.
See those swells out there? Snap your goddamn stack of dimes neck, kid. That's what it'll do.
So you guys continue on, and you move past that storm without having any real effects from it. And then let me get some more D12s.
Nice.
Oh, no.
11.
8.
10.
Seven.
Some good rolls.
All right. Hal, give me a perception check, please.
Perception. Nice. 23.
23.
Jeremy is dead.
You notice that
No!
you notice a spell blows up. All right, you died. You shouldn't have noticed it. So you guys, Hal with the 23, you notice that there is an area in the water that seems to, like, under the water and like the surface, seems to have a little bit of activity happening, and you notice that there seem to be a decent amount of sharks, shark fins, that you see in the water at various different areas around, different times. I'm sorry, around
Okay.
this one little area.
Does it look so it's like a huge area with like these different pockets of activity happening?
It seems like there's just some activity, like you're seeing kind of the, I don't know how to describe it. Like when the surface of the water kind of breaks from stuff happening underneath it.
Okay.
And you see some shark fins, signifying that you notice that there are definitely some sharks over there.
Does it look like something we can navigate through, or does it look like whatever's happening, if we don't change course, we're gonna sail right into it?
It's something where
Sharknado.
it's a little off to the side, that you're noticing this. It's not like a big area. It's probably, relatively, it's probably like 20 by 20 feet in the ocean off to the side a little bit.
I think all right, I think Hal will yell down and say, "Somebody knock on the captain's door. There's something off the port side you should probably look at."
All right, let's
I
go to
didn't
the
know
ship.
Hal was from Boston.
Jeremy's been
Now
telling
you
me
do.
how Jeremy's been giving me elocution lessons.
Okay.
Go
No,
so.
but he definitely like yells down, "Get the captain. The captain should take a look at that."
You seeing this shit, dude? All right.
Alright.
Can I go get him?
Yeah.
Or Wolfgang
How's
second in command?
that? Yeah. Yeah, Drac, you go.
Okay, I'll go. Thank you,
Stop
brother.
pawning over your pet fish.
I just imagine he knocks on the door and he's like, "Captain, the mermaids killed everyone." Captain's like, "Jesus Christ!" I'm just fucking with you. There's something to look at over here.
All right. What is the captain's like? I would have to go down the stairs. Is sort of assuming.
Yeah, and then you know.
All right, so I'll knock on his door.
Yeah, I think he's there. So yeah, you go in, knock on the door.
Captain, get to the door, kid.
Why are you talking like Hal?
What do you mean? This is how we all talk.
Stop
This is
talking
not-
like that. I order you.
This is not how you talk.
This is.
Also, shouldn't you be calling him Daddy?
I'm getting there. I'm gonna call him Father.
I didn't
Father.
raise
Alright.
you to speak this way.
Call him Pa.
Haba, Daddy.
God.
Listen,
Daddy Hobbs.
Daddy Haba. Listen, Hal said there's something going on in the fucking crow's nest. I don't know, but something that's more pressing. I'm so happy that you're my father and I love you, and I need 20 gold to go to the pirate arcade. You owe me a lot of allowance.
That
This is years and
that
years of allowance, and I'm not gonna let you go until you give me 20 gold.
Intimidation.
I need 20 gold. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I can give you 20 gold.
20 gold. All right, perfect. Thank you, Father. I promise I won't spend it all in one place or on Sharpies and get high.
Yeah. Little does he know
I
that
love-
I get the gold from the first mate and I pay the crew.
I was gonna say, aren't you just giving him back the gold that you already?
No,
you
it's my
earned
allowance.
from me
It's
from the
my
bet?
allowance. Oh yeah, he did take it from the vet like forever ago. Like yeah, whatever.
Alright. What's the thing you wanted me to see?
I would like to walk along with him as he's going as well, just to be
All
there.
right. And so as you come up on deck and Hal, if you look up towards him, he points sort of ahead of the boat and up to the left. And Kevin, if I'm wrong, correct me. But like,
No, you were right.
there's this area. All right. So there's this area that of water that's kind of churning up, and there's shark fins floating around. And if like I'm thinking that it's like they're feeding on something maybe, but I'm also a little concerned because I can't remember because it's in the vault, like what happens when you stick a mermaid in a fucking sea salt barrel and strap it to the mast. So I don't know, and I figured before this blows up in our face, it's a better idea for you to know before you're like, God damn it, Hal!
Might I suggest something,
Look.
Captain?
Go ahead.
We haven't given Marissa a walk in days. She hasn't gone for a walk in days. Let's tie a rope to her and toss her in and see if she can see what's going on. Maybe communicate to these sharks. Maybe she can communicate to the sharks through song or something. I don't know. She said she
This
sings
is
with
the worst
dream.
idea.
Basically,
Do
just
you
like
have a
I
way?
love how it's
We'll
just like
tie a rope. We'll
we'll
tie a rope.
we're gonna
So,
keel
yeah,
haul
like-
her.
give
Yeah,
it
because
to
she
her.
doesn't have hands.
I'll tie it around her tail. I don't know, something around her neck like a collar.
You
Like a
can't
noose.
swim or breathe underwater. You're telling me to walk. I got you this pet.
I,
You have
I,
to take care of it.
I'm taking it for a walk right now. That's what I'm suggesting.
Yeah,
And if
but
she
you know how to swim or breathe underwater.
swim a what?
Are
No.
you talking about swimming, or are you just trying to walk her
Oh,
around
no.
the ship?
No, I'm saying we tie a rope to her and then tie the other end of the rope to the ship and just toss her in the water and have her go over and look at stuff for us. And that'll be her walk. And then if it seems like she's trying to get away, we'll pull her in.
I don't want to risk it.
She needs a walk.
She's not ready yet.
She's not ready for a walk.
She's
Look at her.
not ready yet. Oh.
Look at
I
her.
mean, if you wanna walk her
Carl isn't
around
even
the
ready
ship-
with the fish food.
If you want to walk her around the ship and get her used to land, then go ahead.
How's she
But
gonna get used to land? She has a fin foot. She can't be on land.
She needs a special shoe.
Maybe. We don't have any artificers. We can't make her shoes.
There's a guy with a fucking anti-gravity chamber in below. Go talk to Torkel.
All right, Captain. If you don't want to take her for a walk, I guess that's okay. But she needs a walk, and you put me in charge, and I'm just looking out for her best interest. Give me a
Are
good
you?
opportunity to change all the
Are
poops
you?
out of the water too.
you have
Clean the
on
tank.
top
I
of
need to
that.
clean her
They're
barrel.
not like a cat. You have to take care of that instantly.
Listen,
It's
you
only
father.
been 2 days.
Listen, father. You remember that fish I had as a child, and how well I took care of it. I'm doing the same things right here I did with that fish. All right.
I imagine as we were saying this, like Kevin, like the dot that you put on the map is now behind the ship. Like we've completely blown by whatever it was.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
arguing.
actually,
Hal's like up in the crow's nest, just pointing, like looking down at you, like what the? It's right. Okay, well, so much for that.
Rex just like, you know, he's laughing to himself because A, you know, Harbor is not Drax's father, and B, he's just an idiot, so he's
All
just
right.
laughing.
And this
There's a little part of me that hoped that you were actually just like holding the back of the blister right there, just being like pew, 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 like making fake firing sounds, just pointing out at the ocean.
No. I still care about my brother, but I mean, like, he's super dumb and super gullible. So why not fuck with him when an opportunity approaches?
There's no listen. Hal's not judging at all. Hal's still concerned that there's this churning water that nobody's caring about. Because we're talking about a pet goldfish and giving
I
it a
mean,
walk.
Rex could also cast polymorph on himself and turn himself into a giant shark and check it out.
All right, you do that. I'll swim
Rack,
with
if I
you.
give you 20 gold, will you walk her for me?
No.
No, and he just jumps overboard.
He just turns into a shark and jumps. I'm like, wow, typical Rack. Didn't help me with the goldfish, or Sir Fluffles won't help me now.
Actually, think about how cool that is. Like, Rack just steps off to the side. Like, you're like, hey, will you walk my fish? And the fish is like, I've got shit in my gills.
all right. So
Shark, like, breaches and goes,
And then
and then the
Marissa
camera goes to his eyes.
is like just
that's
so
awesome.
upset just watching that whole thing happen. She's like, no.
There's my chance.
all right. So what is
So-
the plan?
I'm riding the shark version of Rack.
Okay.
to check out whatever
Oh,
Hal
God.
wanted us to check out.
That's what happens when Rack breaches as a giant shark. Harbor just like steps off and lands on him like bareback, like horse riding, holds the fin into the water,
Jesus Christ.
and they never came back.
I should have turned one of the crew members into a giant shark instead, risking my own ass.
could-
Ah, you know, our
I could have
spellcaster is
walked
just a shark
Marissa
guy.
myself and been responsible.
You know what? I should have transformed Drac into the giant shark.
Half man, half bull, all shark.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that you could convince Hal to be a shark.
Hal's got to take care of Jeremy.
It's true. Jeremy, shh, go in your corner. I have to be a shark again.
All right, cool. I got it.
Don't worry, I'll watch him. I'm doing a good job with Marissa.
Don't come up here. There's a lot of poop.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
All right, and Harbor, you're.
Yeah, I'm riding that thing.
TJ's like, my fantasy!
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, Hal is nothing but like jealous right now, and he's looking at Jeremy and he's like, Jeremy.
Is he like a
Should be so much
You're
bigger.
really cool, but why
are
aren't
you
you
like
a
a green
fucking
Beast
shark?
Boy shark?
No,
No, just a regular shark.
No, he's a yellow beast.
I'm obviously a blue shark with a feather beard.
Oh, that's right.
And-
A giant blue shark.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Feather
you
beard.
went with giant shark, right? Yeah, and it does look like
The
It's like you
feathers are
keep
slowly-
your gear morphs with you with polymorph, so all of my gear is still on.
Dude, your feathers are slowly like coming out as you're
They're-
swimming through
they're
water.
just
So like we can
shifting
see
up
a trail of like
into
feather, bloop, feather, bloop.
Nah, I have to sneeze for them to come out. They're
Oh, that's
magically
right.
done
I
in my
imagine-
face.
I imagine they
Could you
just
sneeze as a
shifted
shark?
like up instead of
I mean,
pointing down in a
What,
beard.
what was it that we decided,
I thought
Kevin?
it
That I have to
was
roll
a
for it?
laugh.
So I imagine, and I was muted. So I imagine the feathers were pointing down in terms of like a beard, but as you polymorphed into a shark, some shifted up and the others like turned up and just turned into the teeth. So right now the
Ah,
feathers are the
cool.
teeth. So if you do lose teeth, you are gonna have some patchy, feather areas. But
But you have one hell of a story.
yes. Okay, so now I have to get.
Uh,
So you guys jump in there.
As a ready to action as this is going down, Hal reaches in his pocket and he pulls out the figurine of Iggy just in case.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Where? That was not in here?
What if Jeremy eats it out of jealousy?
Jeremy just starts eyeing it like, you're in a competition.
All of a sudden, this thing is just like incredibly intelligent. It might be the smartest thing on the ship.
Kevin, no, guaranteed it is the fucking smartest thing on the ship. Are you kidding me? Like, come on.
Next
Well,
to Torkel.
I was gonna say there are some
That's
NPCs
true.
on here,
That's
so
Torkel and Jeremy have been like talking about how to make the 0G chamber better. Like at night when no one's awake, they're like just writing notes to each other.
just
In
all
glow-in-the-dark food.
physics and stuff. Jeremy's
Yep.
just like leaving like messages in in the dark for Hal to read, to just be like, oh, okay.
Hal's
All right.
like, it's a sign from the spirits.
All right.
Meanwhile, Torkel's like, get out of here. I gotta read this.
Like a weird insect Goodwill Hunting.
Yes, exactly.
So, the two of you in the water go up, and unfortunately, I thought I had some little ones, but apparently I don't have little sharks. I thought there were some in there. But you see a bunch of little sharks over here. And by little, I mean, in comparison to Wolfgang right now. They are probably like 7 feet.
Do they fear me?
It's just kind of like they're dealing with what they're currently paying attention to right now. And with you guys getting in the water, you can see that what Hal thought was correct was correct. These sharks seem to be feeding on something. And there's about... how many of them? There's probably like 10 sharks around. They haven't really paid attention to you, like I said, because they've been focused on just what they're doing. Yes, and they are blue sharks, so perfect.
No
Kevin,
respect.
when you were first describing this, did you say there were several pockets of this, or it's just this one pocket?
No, it was just one area, but like you saw like in that area, that like 20-foot like diameter area, it was something where there were different pockets of like splashing in that area, and you saw the fins in different areas. But it was all kind of contained in that one area, you thought.
Okay.
Yeah, no respect. I'm the big shark on campus, and no respect. That's what I'm hearing right now, Kevin.
Currently, you know, whether it's intentional or not, they just are occupied.
Bunch of scumbags.
So I assume, Harbor, you're kind of along for the ride. So in that case, it would be Wolfgang. Nope, not Wolfgang. Rack. What are you up to?
I mean, like, do we get the sense of like them being in a danger to us at all?
Nope.
Or are they just, running nature's course?
I mean, from what you're seeing, it seems to be that. You guys are, and at this point, you're kind of a little bit away from the boat because, it's moving. It's slowing down, obviously, because you guys jumped off. And they're not just going to be like, all right, well, fuck those guys.
Well, I mean, I have a swim speed of 50 feet, so I'm not really worried about that.
Perfect.
Turn on the engines!
No. We've had engines this whole time. We could have been so much faster. Fucking Hal, shitty navigator.
God damn it.
So yeah, it seems like it's kind of just off to the side. It doesn't seem like if you left it alone, it would, have anything, happen. So.
All right. Well, then I'm just gonna start turning back towards the ship.
Okay.
Captain can do what he wants, but like, I'm the one driving right now, so.
Fuck, I'm not there. I can't say anything.
Harbor, you just going on for the ride back?
Yeah, going back to the ship. Yeah, it makes sense. I didn't see anything, right?
No, I mean, like you guys saw that there were sharks that seemed to be feeding on something, but it wasn't anything where it's like necessarily that you saw anything.
Hal's just being paranoid again. It's cool.
It didn't seem like a human or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Like they didn't seem like they had a pendant or some shit.
Yeah, you couldn't exactly see what it was with kind of all the commotion and all the just the bodies of sharks in the water, and by that I mean the live sharks.
You couldn't see all the human bodies.
How many sharks were there? Were there like an abnormal amount of sharks?
There were like 10 sharks in the water. And
that is a little abnormal.
As
also
a giant shark, you would have noticed that there was blood in the water as well.
Okay.
But,
well,
that was kind of assumed, I think.
Yeah.
They're feeding very, very politely. They all have their bibs on.
That's what I was just thinking. Their little napkins.
Sharks with straws. They're just eating like spiders now.
Just the tips of their fin. tips of their fins. They're just like just touching their lips with the food. No, good, yes, very good.
This is delicious.
Delicious. Oh, thank you. Yes.
So back on the boat.
Are they street sharks? Yeah, back on the boat.
You guys just gave me an idea for my Inktober.
Street sharks.
Kevin, you and I were just talking about
Yes.
that the other day.
Yep. And those are definitely the guys I would think of that would be like hoity-toity. We are the street sharks. We're not trying to be cool and rude.
As they get back on the boat, Hal's going to say, "Did you see what they were feeding?"
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. There wasn't blood. It wasn't humanoid.
Okay. We're getting so close to where we need to be. I was he sort of yells us down. He's like, I was just concerned that maybe this was either a bad omen or it's something that we needed to know about before we continued on.
Hal is definitely a pirate.
Hal's whole life has been becoming the best pirate he can and then not doing anything while being the best pirate he can.
All right.
The best kind of character.
He's literally conflicted about his love of Jeremy because he has to invest time to train Jeremy to do tricks. And he's like, love him, but I hate him.
All right.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me, but also
The worst. The worst! I have a responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do this anymore, Jeremy.
I just can't do it.
Why can't I quit you?
It's a goddamn dog that poops glow on the dog shit. That's amazing. Oh, I love this character.
Oh,
All right. While you guys are recovering, let's get some D12s.
D12.
11.
10.
7.
9.
All right, you guys, move on. No worries that day. All right.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Almost. One more. Let's see. Anything interesting or...
Fucking hurricane right now. He's going to be like, oh, you didn't notice the hurricane.
Just kidding, the hurricane turns directions.
12.
4.
Did I get everyone? I heard 12, 4.
That's another 4.
Oh, 4.
Oh,
Wow.
man. That one would have
Hal
been a
was
big
the odd
one.
man out on that one.
That one could have been a nice heartbreaking one to throw at you if I had gotten a 4. But I
Was it
didn't.
a hurricane? Was it a hurricane? Everybody rolls a 4. You all
Would've been
die in a
a
hurricane.
triple.
We all got... 3 of us got a 4. That means something, right?
Not this time.
Wow, it
I mean,
seems to be raining a lot more than I
means
remember.
Something. But in this case,
It's a tsunami.
in this case, it meant that you made it
Yes!
to your destination.
No.
How's the mermaid doing?
I assume Carl.
Well, did you change the poop?
It's been days. I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like
No,
Rack's
you're the
been
worst.
like
All right.
secretly like changing the water with just, because
Because what else
She's
is new?
good.
because
every night,
we still might need her. So
every
it's like
night- well,
I'm gonna-
actually, I actually think it's Carl, and that's how Carl is starting to have like.
You're right, you're
love
right.
interest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl needs
Yes.
the mermaid puss.
So yeah, because she definitely would have already starved, and so she like Carl probably definitely has been. He brought her the
Wait.
food, and you
I
know
wanna
he's
paint-
just
I
a
wanna
normal
paint the
dude.
picture. I want to paint the picture. The first night after Carl was ordered to make fish food, he came up, and as he started to sprinkle it gently into this like barrel, these
Carl's
piercing
ultimate
green,
betrayal.
These piercing green eyes looked up, wordlessly or soundlessly said,
She's just
"Thank
a pet.
you." And he was just like, oh, "No, she's just a pet." And then the next day he came up and was like, oh, "She's in her own poop. I must get another barrel." And then it's just grown from there.
She's more than a fish. She's a woman.
She's more than
She's
a
a
fish.
fishy
She's
woman.
a fish, like person, like thing.
She's a
It's
fish and a
complicated.
woman.
So yeah, the fish food has been gotten, and you notice if you're paying attention to the to when he's feeding at all. I assume you're not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna think that it's me.
Like yeah, I've
like,
been
yeah, I
doing
fed her.
such a
I
great
remember
job.
that.
Again. No wonder all my fish are the strongest.
I have the strongest fish.
Look at this. I can throw it. Doesn't even. No big deal. I can just toss him right back in. He'll be fine.
Wait, does he still have the oh no, I suppose it would have just turned into poop. The space magic?
At this point, I imagine it would have kind of washed off. Yeah, it definitely would have, because it doesn't last that long. Like a couple hours exposed. Come on.
Yeah.
Glow stick sort of mentality.
Yeah, no. I just remembered and I was just like, oh yeah, that
Right.
was a thing.
All right, so you guys come up to the hidden pirate bar, and you know what? That's perfect that I'm right here because I can grab you guys.
Do we see those pussies that
We come up
ran
to the
away?
Hidden Valley Ranch. Wait, just quick recap. This is the place we had to bring the stones to get paid for the stones, right?
This is where we all met.
Motherfucker, you are so right. I completely forgot.
It's
about
magical.
that.
This has a special. This has a special meaning. This isn't just.
This is where Drac was reunited with his father.
Yeah. Yeah, bring father in here.
Father,
Father. Papa.
Father, will you buy me an ice cream cone this time, please, Papa?
All right, so you guys are
No,
all
it's dairy. Only if it's vegan
down
ice.
there.
I need a vegan cone, Papa. All right, I'm saying this right now. I have securely, to the best of my knowledge, left Jeremy on the ship. I have brought some glow-in-the-dark poop in vials, and I have Iggy with me.
You have what?
I have the Iggy statue with me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks. Come on.
I'm just gonna go to Harbor and say, Father, I need 20 more gold for ale.
And this,
Father.
wait, and one of your
Dad.
nostrils,
Dad.
one of your nostrils is silver because you found a silver sharpie.
Yeah. Oh, those ones get you the highest. Daddy. Dad.
Wait,
Dad.
hold on.
Dad.
What
Daddy.
did you spend the rest on?
It's none of your business. It's in my
No,
savings
he
account,
was
like I
flipping- He
said.
was flipping gold coins off the edge of the boat, making wishes. He's like, I wish I had 20 more gold. That didn't work. I wish I had 20 more gold.
Don't worry about it, Dad. It's backed allowance. You owe me 20 gold for ale.
Where? Okay, hold on. What's the total allowance?
If you truly are my father, you'll give me 20 gold. If you're truly my father and you love me, you'll give me 20 gold. No questions asked, because I already gave you the answer.
Rack's just gonna say, Rack's just gonna smack Drac across the head, and be like, "Quit bugging your father. He needs to go talk to the
He
first
owes me
mate.
20 gold.
You'll get your 20 gold when we get paid."
No, he owes me the 20 gold on top of that for missing my second birthday. Give me my gold.
Alright, I give him the gold and shut him up.
Thank goodness. I'll let you know next time I need gold.
I just say under my breath, spoiled brat.
Hey, you should start asking him for allowance too. I don't even understand. You know what? You should give him 20 gold too, Daddy, because you paid
looks
me, but you didn't
looks
pay
at
him.
looks at the 200 platinum coins in his sack. I'm like you, brother. I don't waste my money.
No, it doesn't matter. He owes you that 20 gold for not taking care of you. Father, pay him the 20 gold. You owe him.
All right.
I like
Actually, as this is all going on, lightly tap Harbor on the back of the shoulder and be like, "I need 20 gold too." No. As this is all going on, I'm going to tap Harbor on the shoulder and say, "Harbor, do you want me to just try and slip in, like, just quietly, and like, is there a place you want me to sort of like post up just in case, kind of thing?"
Also, give me 20 gold.
Wait, I already gave you 20 gold.
No. I'm
Yeah,
not.
sorry,
I'm not
I was
asking,
speaking for him.
I'm not asking for 20. I'm just saying, like, I just want to know, is there some, like, do you want me to try to, like, just, quietly and sort of, like, unnoticed walk in and try to set up somewhere? Do you know where you're going and you want me to do that?
This is our people.
dude,
It's
we're
right,
safe.
it's okay, hold on. It's our people, but we're walking in with, like, some goddamn loot that, like, if somebody else was like, "Oh, I want the Dragon Ball," wouldn't it be better to have somebody that could, like, jump out and, like, cut their throats before they even know
We
what
still
happened?
have that on our ship. They're probably gonna take the loot. Most likely.
Okay, I'm just trying to, like, think ahead. That's all. Like, if you want that, I'm down with it. If you just want to walk in as a group and go find the arcade games with these two, like, let's do it, kind of thing.
So
Arcades and ale.
excuse me. I brought the stones right here. If you wanted them, if you want to keep them on the ship, that's fine too.
Well, we weren't able to really carry them. Like, what's his name isn't coming in with us, right?
Right.
Oh,
Would he even fit?
Right.
No.
yeah,
No.
he could just squeeze through. He's just gonna, like, break the rocks all the way through.
Right. He's just gonna destroy everything on the path.
And then like we all like sit down at a table, and he goes to sit down at a chair and just like destroys it and just sits on the floor.
There's nothing about this, but okay.
But with this, it's not as much of a rush. So it's something where Harbor, you have your arms back, so you and Drac would probably be able to take care of one each. Just kind of bringing it slowly and working on it.
Dragging him.
Rack, what if you polymorphed into something big? It's another day.
But
Like,
not
what if you
too
polymorphed
big.
into something big and just, like, carried that? Well, not huge, but, like, something that, like, has the strength to be able to do that. And, like, just for
let me see.
intimidation value.
I have to check what I can polymorph into because there are rules about that.
Polymorph into a giant shark again and just, like, flop your way across this hallway, like, smashing into things.
Just do it
No.
as you grow. It's going to be too big for the corridor, so you end up getting stretched into like this opening area right here, and then your weight destroys the bridge. So and you don't really fall down all the way. You get kind of stuck. So now the bridge is out, and you're stuck, and it's useless.
I just hear Hal going, "We're here," as that happens.
We can't
Let's
get
see.
there because we broke the bridge, but we're here. So, Drac and Harbor, you guys could each grab one. Rack and Hal, would you guys?
Kevin, would you allow us to maybe, like, make a sled that they drag them with?
I don't know.
Would that be allowable?
Would a triceratops fit in here?
That might be
Probably
big.
not.
I don't know. I think we should still leave him on the ship, but I want to take Torkel off the ship.
Okay.
Why don't we bring Torkel with us?
Don't want the ship disappearing again.
Yeah, I mean Torkel to come with us.
He left a note. It was okay.
Everything's fine. So yeah, what if we bring one stone just for like, the sake of being like, we have the
Proof.
stones, proof. And then, and just like, and if they're like, well, where are the rest? We're like, it's on the ship. You can go collect them. Just know we have a giant, kind of thing.
Yeah, threaten our people. That's
No.
good.
Okay, wait. I'm playing.
The admiral or the
We're all
Let's-
pirates. I
let's-
don't know, man. We
yeah,
can only be
well-
so good.
I'm just saying, like, let's make sure that we're not, like, walking into something where we did the deed that they didn't think we could pull off, and they're like, now you're expendable, get them.
Where did
That's
the
all.
one that they didn't think we could pull that off come from?
Hal's paranoia, Hal's constant paranoia.
Just letting you know that he's adding things there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
I know
also,
for a fact.
also, could I be carrying the mermaid in a barrel tied to my back?
I believe Carl came up to you right before you left and says, I'll take care of your fish. I mean, I'll take care of Marissa.
The prisoner, the pet.
The pet, your pet, I'll take care of your pet. And he kind of like weeps softly for having to talk to that.
Okay, Carl, that's fine, I guess. But we might have to sell her. I don't know.
He like starts breaking down crying. He's like, I understand.
You
Carl,
must
what's up,
really
buddy?
like making fish flakes.
I don't even know.
Oh.
All right, so just one of the stones.
All right, I'll just leave her there, and I'll carry the stone. I'll be like, all right, fine, I guess, and I'll pick up the rock.
The last thing Hal said to Jeremy before he left was, stay secret, stay safe.
And Jeremy's like, "What the fuck?" Okay.
I'm working on a math equation, man. Get out of my...
No. Jeremy's just like developing like incredible like brain power. At least you think so. And it's just like
He's so smart.
he's gonna be the most powerful thing in the universe in your mind.
Yeah, he's kind of like in Baldur's Gate, the guy who, the barbarian who has Boo, this little space hamster. It's just a fucking hamster.
Yeah. All right. So, so what was the end result? One stone that you bring in?
Yeah.
Okay.
One stone. Torkel's coming with us.
All right. Drac, you have control of the stone there. So if you all do. So if you're grabbing it, you can grab both.
Oh, just move it with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got it.
I think if you draw a box around the both of you.
Yeah, you can move them both at the same time.
Okay.
I feel like Harbor
Yeah.
should lead. Just
Yeah, I'll let
not-
Harbor
not-
go first.
Not, just because like he's the one who is brokering the deal, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's the one who heard the voice.
There is no deal. We were given a job.
That's what I mean. Like we were given a job, but he specifically was given the job, so he should be the one to do it.
I'd
By the
get a
way,
job
Hal's-
for you.
Yeah. By the way,
here.
Hal in the background is just like to Rack. He's just like, be vigilant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like stay stupid, buddy. Don't ever change.
You're right, buddy. Watch your six.
It's like, but do change your clothes sometimes.
You smell like bug poop.
Take a bath, man. Come on. It's been a month.
We're like, whew,
A month at sea. I smell like pee.
I need a drink, Captain. I'm getting a drink with. I'm gonna buy the most expensive ale they have.
I know. I paid for it.
No, yeah, you buy one.
Thank you, Father.
24 gold.
Thank you,
I
Papa.
only had one drink.
I bought the top shelf.
All right.
Literally, I just bought a shelf.
20 more gold.
So, as you guys walk into this area, and there's actually some people that you see, some, they kind of turn and look, and Drac, you go up with this giant fucking stone, and you just put it on the stool next to you, as you sit on on the corner stool. Exactly. And, you get a drink. My bartender
Top
has
shelf.
disappeared, and yeah, she says absolutely, and she grabs you. What do you want? Some rum?
Whatever the most expensive alcohol is that costs 20 gold.
You just set a price. They give you the worst
20
stuff
gold.
ever. Like 20 gold for this.
The bottom shelf stuff is definitely 1 gold. I want the 20 gold martini.
Dude, wait, time out. The bottom shelf stuff is free copper. The top shelf stuff is not 20 gold.
It's 20 gold.
So
I want whatever
this
costs
is
20
Rack we're
gold.
talking about. Come
she
on.
goes
It's
and grabs just one of the bottles of rum and just gives it to you and says, "All right, here you go."
Can I do a perception check on the rum?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
It's rum.
Yeah, right.
Quality. Make sure I know what's worth 20 gold of rum.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you know what's worth?
No, because I got a shit roll.
yes.
Oh my god, you're
and like,
amazing.
as far as Drac, the only thing I can think of is that like you are like strong. And that's literally where it stops. So it's like unless you're punching the rum, and it's just like, yeah, that shit was weak. It's like, what are you okay? So yeah, I
rolled a 9 for my perception.
You imagine
So whatever that might mean.
Like
With your modifier?
Yeah. I rolled a 4 and I have
Okay.
+5.
Damn.
So yeah, it's you see it, you grab it. The bottle looks fancy. It's different than what you're used to. It's not just like a regular bottle that's like kind of just like, yeah, whatever. It's like, oh, huh, this like actually has a nice label, and it's like, oh, and it actually there
Who's Captain Morgan?
That's not who the captain is.
What is this?
Dad, is your name Morgan?
Dad.
That's when we realize Harvard literally has a separate side business. He's just distributing rum. We never knew.
It's like just he's always in that Captain Morgan stance, but
I'm just
instead
gonna
of a
hold-
red coat,
But that's
it's
what
just his
happening
red skin.
hard
Captaining
means.
so
Captaining
hard.
means. Yeah, he's
Thank you.
he's
Wolfgang.
distilling.
At least you got it. What do
I'm
you
gonna
think I
hold-
was doing in my cabin?
Just
Torkel's
Raising
just
my
distilling
been,
rum.
Torkel's
Oh
just
my
been working
God.
on him for like
feel
a
like,
marketing campaign.
That's a Torkel's true
would
power.
Rack-
is PR.
So would because Rack's been promoted to second in command, would Harbor like take him with him now? Or nah. Just wondering.
Nah,
To talk to the first mate.
I go talk to the first mate, unless he
Okay.
requests anyone in our team, I guess.
We want to speak to Hal. Okay.
They
I don't
might
think
want
you
to speak
do.
to somebody. I tell them about your duties and I guess feats.
I just want to hold up this 20 gold bottle and say, Dad, I'm gonna need another 20 gold, and just start drinking it.
Kevin, there's a lot of people in this. Who is the person in the bottom right corner that looks like they're glowing?
That's the bartender.
Yeah, that is someone who you notice has some chemical burns on her face.
Can we do a? Oh, you doing it?
Short. Did I already do it? No, I didn't.
No,
because
nothing popped up.
There it is.
Oh Jesus, she's a
Okay,
fucking
oh
meth
my
head.
God.
She
Oh my
fucking
God,
makes
Hal-
crystal meth.
No, she is not.
Hal
Look at
fucking
those
in
teeth.
love.
Hal falls in
Hal
love
is in
at
love
first
and
sight.
just walks over and he's like,
She's a
Because-
neo-Nazi meth head.
because he's Hal, he just goes, hold on, I gotta do this right. I just came in on a ship. I can't hear that well. How are you? What is your name?
And she says her name is Wand.
Wand. Your name is Wand? That's nice. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just playing with some of my concoctions. What
That
are you
looks
doing?
amazing. I'm thinking about trying to go into business selling glow-in-the-dark bug poop. Any ideas?
I might be able to take that and blow it up.
Would you be able to teach me how to blow it up? You know, in the marketing world? Ha 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 ha. No, like I mean, I want to.
I can only blow things up for real.
That's what I mean. I want to blow it up for real.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit, but how much
And
time
like,
do you
and
have?
he reaches into his pocket and pulls out one of the vials, and he goes, "Yeah, you got a tap or something? You can cover this over. Look at it, glows in the dark." And like, if she looks, and she like, if she looks at it, he just goes, "Tell me what you can do with this. I'm gonna go buy a drink. I'll be back." And then walks up to the bar.
Etc.
All right.
Can I do a perception check to see if Hal's in love?
No, Hal's not really in love.
Okay.
Etc.
All right. Rack, what are you doing?
I don't know, cause like Rack doesn't like people really,
Okay.
so is he just sees his brother being an idiot, doesn't want to deal with his brother being an idiot, and moves over
Hal like
here.
Hal goes to like the end of the bar over there, and as he sets up and he's waiting for the bartender to come over, he makes like a motion for Rack to come over.
Rack ignores Hal.
And he looks at us and he goes, "Suit yourself, stranger. I haven't ever seen your face before either."
It's time for Rack's alone time.
That's what I heard. You should go in the back room for that.
Speaking of back room, psychic damage.
Ah!
All right, so you go over and you
Approach Captain Xavier or Captain Professor Xavier? Is that Professor Xavier like right here in the chair? Nope, definitely isn't. Never mind.
acting. All right, so Rack, you go over and sit over by the bar. Harbor,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Heading just right to the back, up here.
I tell Torgal to make yourself at home. Make sure the rest of the group doesn't do anything too outrageous. And I
Started to think that
Good
Torque
luck.
was really second in command.
I my powers aren't infinite, but you know, I'll do what I can.
What I can. Meanwhile, the whole place catches on.
just keep an eye.
We're just
That's
setting
all.
fires. Oh my god.
So yeah, he'll.
And I'll go talk to the. Whenever you're ready, I'll talk to the.
Just-
Vice Admiral.
Just as a quick reference for Drac, one of the giant barrels behind the bar, probably not the biggest barrel, but one of the giant barrels is probably what you could have purchased for 20 gold. Just saying.
Of the
For
shitty stuff.
for the merfolk.
No.
Oh, like
for drinking.
Ale. Oh, I drink it all, and then I could stuff the mermaid in it.
No.
These are things to think
No
about.
way was
Her
considering
tank is adequate. I also would like to ask the bartender, "Hey, sweetheart, where's the local rub and tug? I got 20 gold burning a hole in my pocket right now."
She just goes, "Where'd you get 20 gold?"
Don't worry about it. I got many 20 golds. Don't worry
I
about
Your
it.
last.
I got my sources, kid.
But she says, it's not around here. I wouldn't suggest saying that to anyone in here. I mean,
okay, so
feel
it would be wrong
free.
of me to ask you what you do for 20 gold.
Oh my god!
Hal just like immediately as he's sitting there going, "I would like a drink," just like starts reaching down for daggers just in case because he hears this going on, going, "Oh, we're gonna fucking blow this place up next."
She just says, you know, for you, it would take a lot more.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna go any further.
No, you're like, "Let me go talk to my father."
Let me talk
Dad,
to my
how much
father.
money
Dad,
can I get?
I'm gonna
He's
need,
already
I'm gonna
gone.
need a little bit of an advance.
Dad, the
on
rub and
allowance.
tug. The rub and tug's more money than I thought.
And like, Harbor turns around and just like, it's fucking called a slap and tickle here. Get it straight.
Not the way I have them do it, kid.
And just Harbor walks away. Nope. See you later. Bye.
Rex just like trying not to bang his head against the
Kevin, can I do like a quick private? Can you pull me into like a quick private chat just for a sec?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Wand is capable of making something out of Jeremy's poop that's explosive, I want it, and I don't want anyone to know about it. I'm willing to do that as quietly as possible, and I will pay money. So, like, my goal was to like sit, have a drink, watch people fuck around or whatever, go back to Wand and just be like, "Hey, can you make something of this?"
All right.
And if she's like, "Yes," I'm gonna be.
Well,
I have like 3 vials. What can we make? I'm willing to like share one with you if you want to take it for experiments or whatever. But if you can make this like explosive in some way, what do you want me to pay you, or like how do we want to do this?
all right.
So that's what I want to do.
All right, cool. We'll handle this after because that'll be something that we'll probably handle
Outside.
off of this
Perfect.
like actual game. But
All right, perfect.
Cool.
That's that. Like when you showed me her picture, I am gonna play it up that I'm someone that I'm not, and I want to make explosive poop. That's what I want.
okay, so you're playing exactly who you are, though.
Well, yeah, what? Just a different voice.
fair.
maybe I have
It's
a-
fair. I
maybe I'm
mean, yeah,
faking a
you
lip.
definitely do want explosive poop. But all right, cool. I'm bringing
All
it
right,
back.
thank you. All right,
Yep.
thanks.
All right, cool. And Hal and Rack, I assume you guys are getting drinks.
Yes. I was just gonna order some local ale, whatever it is, and just when the bartender comes over, just kind of say, "Listen, he tips really well, and he's terrible, but he's also part of Halator. Maybe you've heard of us because we're amazing, and
Oh yeah.
he
Yeah.
will. He
How much
will
would a
pay."
tufa cost, sweetheart?
And like she looks, and he's just like, and he like uses all of his charisma, which by the way, he is charismatic. He just goes, "I apologize for him, but he is part of the crew, and we did have to bring him ashore because he did have to carry some stuff." And then like I guess you would call that not a persuasion roll kind of thing.
Yeah. This is a pirate bar. If I couldn't handle that, I wouldn't be here.
And
As she
he,
puts
and
your drink
Hal
down.
Hal nods, but he goes, "He can be worse. So just please don't kick him out just yet."
All right. She's like, all right, good to know, and heads over to Rack. What are you drinking?
All of it.
Rack notices that like Hal was being charismatic. My brother's an idiot. He's an idiot. Just get me an ale. I've been at sea with them too long.
All right.
She's like, "Oh, do you want to rub and tickle? Because it's in the back room."
He can turn into a giant shark. You wouldn't believe it.
First of all, sweetheart, none of that's true. I'm the charismatic
He's
one.
huge.
just
He's
got a thumb
huge
up
when
his
it
butt.
counts.
All right, so this is perfect. You guys have already started yourselves going. I'm stealing the captain, and you guys just keep going.
You ever notice that these?
Okay. How's it going, Captain?
Are you saying as the DM or as the Vice Admiral?
Oh, yeah, that was DM. No,
Gotcha.
the
I
Vice
figured.
Admiral, when you walk in, he's like, you've returned. Very good. What do you have to report?
I think it was a much bigger assignment than we thought. This fire temple and these stones, we discovered a lot. There was a fire giant that we happened to free. He is now on our ship and has an amnesia. That's one of the first things to report. He's currently too big to get out of the ship and in here, but he probably wants to be on land really soon. And we have 3 very large gemstones. And I'm gonna say, can I say that I took it from Drac at like the bottom of the stairs and brought it up here?
Absolutely, that makes sense.
All right. So then I show this and I'm like, we have 2 more just like it, and I would try to get someone to look at these magical properties. I don't know what they do. They were from very foreign place to me.
So the vice admiral walks up and he's like, he reaches out and puts his hand on it, and he closes his eyes and kind of concentrates a little bit, and then he opens his eyes and says, "Excellent, you have done very well. As far as this being too much of a job, I would not have sent you if I did not think you capable. I'm just glad to see that my opinion of you was not unfounded. How was your crew?"
Disorganized, sloppy, but they managed.
Sometimes that is the case. Oftentimes, we have to manage those who are disorganized and chaotic, because when you have enough missions, you'll find that in the chaoses, where those who we felt we couldn't rely on actually shine. That being said, it is much easier when the crew is just organized. But again, in this line of work, it is very hard to find that. But
it is. The 2 tough ones seem to have some kind of symbiotic relationship, and
they
seem
tend to
feed
attract
off
each other.
they feed off each other's violence and stupidity. And the other one seems to be very resourceful.
Now, which ones were these that were the
Rack, I have put it second in command as pretty much a demotion for Hal, but then again, it was just he was my only lieutenant.
Okay. I would like to get the rest of the crew in here. I would like to have everyone report. I would like to see. I would like a full report from the crew, please, because you've done good work. You've recovered the stones that I sent you for. I would like to see how everyone else in the crew goes over this report.
Are you meeting with them privately, or are we inviting them up here one by one?
Nope. We can invite them in one by one. I would like you to be in here as well for this.
All right.
So I'll go.
Also, we have a
a
mermaid on our ship. She lost her way.
Okay, and your plans are?
Either a new recruit, or if that doesn't work out, we could probably sell her somewhere. Didn't know if you had any information on some market for mermaids.
I don't deal directly in these things. There are some in the fleet that do, but I would have to get that information for you. As I said, I don't deal directly in those and that stuff. Oftentimes I find it leads to complications, but you're free to do what you like, because if your plan goes well, it could be a valuable asset one way or another.
Given that she was lost and that she ran away from the rest of her people, she wasn't discovered. She could be a valuable asset that way, and then letting her go could get complicated unless it's done right.
One of those situations. Oh well. Well, I leave it to you.
She's with Drac. Well, Drac is the one who's taken initiative to take care of her, so we can only see how far this will go. I'm surprised she made it this far.
One of the dumb ones? Interesting.
It was a test. It's also one of the first parts to make her a recruit. Kind of breaking her down to build her back up.
An interesting strategy. We'll have to see how this plays out.
It's a test.
Keep me informed, please.
Alright, and then I like to start with my second in command.
All right. I'll go grab them.
Jewel.
You took your jewel.
My jewel's gone. Dad, why'd you take my jewel?
Rack, you are summoned.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
I think Hal's like, thank you. Shit. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, moving you. All right. So, as you are called up, you enter the office area with the Vice Admiral and the Captain. And the Vice Admiral addresses you and says, welcome back, Rack, on a successful mission. I was speaking to the Captain, and I would like a report from each of the members. And I was hoping to start with you.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to town. We met a guy. We I don't know, man. We did the job. There were little complications with information, but you know, we did get
Please
a couple of things.
explain.
Like,
What do you mean by complications?
well, apparently, you know, we didn't get the information on where exactly the jewels or the fire temple was. So, complications with communication. Our source didn't have all the information.
We had to go to multiple sources and track down multiple people before being able to find the fire temple.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, Hal and Drac kind of burnt down an inn, but you know, so they're wanted in Bernard now.
Yes, this is something very important about jobs in Bernard.
Well, fortunately,
Actually, the only person that doesn't have a wanted poster there is me.
unfortunately, while there aren't really any missions that I can currently think of to go back to Bernard, but I worry about when news gets through to the... Let me just check real quick. To the Zatelli, that you'll become more well known. The three, Rack, not yourself.
Yeah.
But ultimately, being wanted is almost an inevitable fate of the pirates.
Oh no, I'm aware. It's just
So
something
yes,
that
absolutely.
you know,
But being able to keep that as for as long as possible without having to rely on other situations and other strengths is more beneficial.
There's
How?
times in payoffs, right?
Um,
I'm sorry. What?
There's a factor of time, and then if you truly need people of our status to get there, um, and it's necessary that our team do the job, we can always start to pay off some people.
Oh, there are many, many ways. I mean, you know, the person that you're talking to is well known not in cities, across countries. He's like the vice admiral is like,
Has a reputation.
yeah. So he's very well aware, and absolutely, he'll definitely like say absolutely that is one option. When, of course, when we need stealth or uh, something to be incognito. Um, it's something where we have different options. And yes, there are always ways around obstacles.
I mean,
So
if you wanted incognito, I wouldn't suggest Hal, no matter how stealthy the man is. Man's got a mind of his own sometimes.
yes, that's some of what I've been hearing so far.
There is
Was
a general trend with him.
Yeah, that's just, you know,
yes.
we've. I don't know if the captain's ever had to put him in line before, but he doesn't seem like the type that would try that.
Man, can he murder?
Really?
That's the kindest thing I can say about Al.
What was it?
Okay.
Man, can he
I mean,
murder?
like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, he's good at stabbing shit, and
always, even if
my
it's not necessary.
Hal. General rundown is Hal's crazy. My brother's an idiot. We picked up a wizard and a giant, and but we got the stone, so that's all I got for you.
Wizard, and I've heard of this about this giant. What's this wizard? Who is this?
He's actually over. When I go get the crew, if you peek your head out, I can point him out at the bar. I brought him in with us.
Okay. All right.
You didn't tell him about the wizard captain?
I got caught up with the giant and general report on the mission. There's a we're going through the entire cruise report.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like, if it weren't for the wizard, we really wouldn't have been able to find the temple, so, you know.
this is true.
Interesting. What do you mean by that?
Um, well, I mean, he gave us a little piece of paper that led us to the temple. Well, that we had to plant it on someone, but it eventually led us to the temple. I don't know. Wild magic had me asleep for that, so I kind of woke up and we were there.
And he offered this
It's
help.
also why I'm blue now.
He offered this help for no reason.
He wanted to join our ship, but he has certain privileges. He's not necessarily part of our crew, but we offer travel for him.
He also, he helps out from time to time. Scrolls, magic, spells that I couldn't normally use with said scrolls I can use now.
He's an asset.
Okay. As long as you keep your asset under control, and I see no problem with this. I question him not joining the crew, and the logic to bring him here, but no harm, no foul. Again, as long as you have him under control, there shouldn't be any any issues with that. I would like to speak with this wizard, though. At some point.
Of course.
But if that's all, Rack, you would be dismissed. And would you please grab either Drac or Hal and send them in?
Oh crap. I'm gonna roll odds Hal. Evens Drac. Evens have fun.
All right.
He's been drinking.
All right. Cool. So
All
right. So I'm gonna bring you back in. And I'll jump in there. Be right back.
Ticketmaster or whatever it was to order this, and it was I think I had just under what I needed to buy them. So I just ordered 2 tickets, right? And I didn't tell anybody. Didn't tell anybody at all.
Drac, right?
And sorry, I'll make it fast. So night of the concert, we show up to this concert and we walk up to like, the call-in window to get the tickets. And they hand me the 2 tickets and I was like, this is a mistake. I ordered 3 tickets. And they looked at me and they were like, no, this is Fawcett 2 tickets. And I went, there are 3 of us standing here right now. Why would I have ordered 2 tickets when there are 3 of us standing here right now?
What a fucking dick.
And the guy looks at me and he's like, it's on. And I was like, so what are we going to do? I have to send one of us home because I ordered 3 tickets. I don't know why you screwed this way up. And they were like, and like they waved over and this girl comes, she looks at me and she's like, what happened? And I said, I ordered 3 tickets to see this fucking show and I don't know what's happening because I have 2 tickets in my hand. And the girl goes, I think we can handle this. And she brings us over and gives us like these backstage passes and just goes, all right, yeah, you 3 go over here. And I went, all right, cool. I appreciate this. And I just walked in.
Thanks.
And so sometimes, you just put the face on and do it and just make it happen.
Wow.
So
Nah, I gotta steal Drac.
Rack walks over, hits Drac on the head. Go see the Vice Admiral.
Vice who?
Shit.
Brother. Oh god, I've had so much of this Captain whatever Morgan.
Go see your father.
Who's Captain Morgan though?
Captain Harbor? What?
Don't you want 20 gold? Go see Dad.
You want 20 gold? Go see Dad.
Oh, I'm glad he has my gold.
All right.
This way.
Looks over at whoever's in earshot.
Torkel, what up? Torkel.
Torkel, I love you.
Torkel, see you, buddy. I'm gonna stagger for a little bit longer, but eventually get there.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna pull you over there.
Father, what's up? Father, all that Captain Morgan's, it was worth every gold I spent on it.
You spent all your gold on one?
That's what the bartender told me. It was 20 gold for the whole bottle of Captain Morgan's.
I'm gonna put my palm in my hand. I'm gonna say, did you ask? Did you say you have 20? And then she gave you that?
How else would she know which one to get me unless I told her how much gold I had?
You have to give a range, Dad.
What's up? Who's this fucking creepy guy who probably shows his penis in the parking lot over here?
Good.
Whoa.
All right. Drac, you are dismissed.
This is Drac.
Whatever, brother. I don't need this shit.
That was Drac.
All right. Drac, you are dismissed. Please send in Hal.
All right.
This is fucking great.
Upon the spell slot you use,
Hal.
multiple people.
Hal.
Oh, shit.
Hal.
Oh god, that was quick.
That was quick.
Listen to me. Listen to me, Hal. I don't know what that guy's fucking problem.
Wait, what guy? What guy?
That fucking guy that you gotta go talk to. I don't know what his fucking problem was. I just called him out for showing his penis, and and I'm the asshole. That's it. That's exactly what happened.
Like Hal goes like at first Hal's like a little flabbergasted, and then he looks at you and he goes, "What guy?"
That guy, that creepy little guy with the penis out. I don't know. He's got some kind of fucking problems. I don't know
I'm gonna
why.
look
I don't
around the
know why
Burrows
Hava
house.
would
Kevin,
talk to him.
do I see a dude with his penis out?
No, you see nothing like that at all.
All right, I'm just gonna be like, listen, Hal of Halator, I need you to make sure you're ready. Also, where was Penis Man?
Fuck if I know. In the back somewhere. I don't know.
I fell down some stairs coming back over here, so he might be up them.
I might look a little roughed up because I have been by myself.
If you see my father, hold on. Can you please get my 20 gold from him? I need another bottle of the
I
captain's.
forgot to get it.
I forgot to get it.
I'm gonna say you should ask about him how much the giant barrel costs. That's what you should focus on. And then I guess I'm like the first thing I would do like is kind of look over at Rack and see if Rack is giving like a head nod or a thumb point or something. Because I mean I know where they both went.
just a
before they
finger
came
point.
back.
He's just giving you the finger.
No. He's just gonna like do the thumbs backwards.
Yeah, like pointing toward.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pointing towards the direction.
Okay, so he gets like he kind of like moves his way around what Drakening and over there. I'm not gonna move myself because is what it is. But like so yeah, so I go
Yeah. Just get.
come up the stairs kind of thing. Yep.
All right. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna move you though. Just over to here for now.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sorry.
Yep. So, all right. So, as Hal, when you come up, to the back office, you see, Captain Harbor and the Vice Admiral, waiting there, and the Vice Admiral greets you and says, Hal, report. Full report, please.
Hal will expeditiously break down what has happened since they were set off on their quest to find these stones, maybe excluding some of the details of what went on in Bernard that were his own frivolities, but basically report that they traveled to Bernard. They attempted to sequester information that was necessary. They were able to track a couple of the contacts that they had been provided, including a dwarf that seemed incredibly capable of disappearing under their watchful eye. They found out that there is a Church of Door that seems to be some sort of quasi or fake religion that's breeding something, whether it's turmoil or corruption or whatever. But there didn't seem to be any sort of like strength to the faith beyond the face that was being put on. They traveled to go retrieve these Dragon Balls from a magma cave. They were successful. The town itself burned quite a bit. They were able to commandeer some staff that they could use, including an amazing chef named Carl, and then they've traveled through the breach of the seas to get back here and deliver as promised. And he is sure to say that the only thing that they were capable of doing was because of the leadership that Harbor has provided.
You guys seen Invader Zim?
Yes.
No,
You know, have you not, Kevin?
I haven't.
Do you know?
I know of it, but
Do you know Gur?
no.
Gur is his like robot assistant.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
yeah.
each alien gets their own like battle bot thing, and they're all like very obedient and everything. But they hate Invader Zim, and instead they took like a dead robot and then they put a couple screws in his head, and then they put like him back or whatever. and he does this thing where if he's blue, he's just like this stupid idiot
Retard.
kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just doing crazy things, and it's just like kind of like a child, right? But
Mhm.
then like Zim will go like grr, and he's like yes sir, and his eyes turn red and he looks like all the other ones, and he's like ready for action.
Yeah.
I feel like I just saw that
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
wait. I, like, TJ, I was like, careful how you handle this because I could turn at any minute. Just saying, but no, that's
I
No,
could go
like I was
blue,
expecting
right?
this to go very differently, and for Hal to say something like, "Look, you're gonna pay us more because this," and like all this other stuff. I was ready for like a whole speech, or like I'm gonna burn down this bar and all this other stuff. But then he comes in here and he's just like ready to report, and then like, and it's all thanks to his leadership, and I'm just like blown away.
good. Like the point of Hal to constantly make everybody go, I have no fucking idea what he's gonna do next. That's the point of Hal.
Like I
that's
can't
the point
tell
of
if
Hal.
I should count on this guy or kill him.
Just so, like exactly. Like
But it's
there should
those two extremes.
it's always going to be those two extremes. So that's what I do, and I don't. There's a couple things I leave out. I do not mention the mermaid. I do not mention some of like the bits and pieces that we've collected here and there. But I basically give a full report that shows Harbor's leadership has been incredibly inspiring and provocative for all of us to be better at our jobs, and that we have secured what we were sent out to get. We did not bring them all in here just due to frankly, the scope of this place and the fact that our capabilities require more manpower to do that.
Yes, we have men capable of doing this as well. Retrieving the item from a ship outside the bar, as opposed to what I needed you guys to do, which was retrieve the stones from far outside the bar. So Hal, I just had. Yes.
Hal is just going to ask. No. Hal goes to ask a question and shuts up.
Okay.
He stops.
Hal, I just wanted to ask. I had heard that you are now wanted in Bernard. I was curious about how that happened.
Like Hal stops for a minute, like almost perplexed. Like, what? What are you talking about? And then he goes, oh. He goes, I had the propensity to show my face a little bit more than I should have when we came back from our first foray to find to find the Dragon Balls. Unfortunately, when we had come back, the patrons and the civilians and the followers of Dor had started some political and social strife that had led to some fires. Some of those fires, I will admit, I started. Some of them were totally part of the populace. The reason those fires were started was to give us cover as we attempted to escape the city under the cover of darkness. I had suggested this to the captain, and the captain thought that this was a good for subterfuge, and that's what we went with. We came back. They demanded to know who we were. We tried to explain that our ship was in harbor. We found out that our ship had left harbor, and by the way, I don't mean the captain. I mean the actual harbor of Bernard. And we had to figure out what to do. And the things we had to do was get through the city gate that they had closed. And unfortunately, I think I may have revealed myself too much by using some means at my disposal and opening said gate so we could get back and try to claim a ship and figure out what we need to do next.
For future reference, one such as yourself, who relies on stealth, might want to rely more heavily on stealth. The mission was not. I have no problem with anyone being wanted. I'm not here to scold you. We are pirates. But
no, I'm just like
for
I will
future
listen
reference,
to this.
I do not want the mission to be endangered. If this did
I
not
will-
endanger the mission, I have nothing to say, and if your captain is okay with it, I do not care. This is just advice because I do not want the missions to be.
So to use the Invader Zim reference, Harbor literally sees Hal's eyes go blue for a sec, and then they cut back to red because he almost does, and he goes, "The captain has spoken to me about this, and it will not happen again."
Excellent. Good to hear.
And if Harbor looks over as the viceroy, like kind of looks down at paperwork to sign and do whatever, he gives like the most like retarded wink, like ah at the captain, and then goes back to standing there.
Continues to impress.
Have I mentioned I love this character? I fucking love this character.
Now I'm gonna be stuck on the fucking wink that he gave.
Yeah.
Shit. Now I feel like I have to find something that's just like ridiculous. Oh, maybe this one. You know what? I'll just go with this so it doesn't take forever.
Like, honestly, Kevin, I've already scripted. The viceroy has a parrot that's in the corner, and it's just like, he made a wink, he made a wink, he made a wink.
Can I not just do that? All right. So yeah, with that, you are dismissed.
Hal does like a curt like nod, maybe not like a full bow, but kind of like a nod, and and turns and says, and before he leaves, he says, "Captain, do you need anything more of me?"
That's all, Hal. Yes.
And so the captain's like, "No, just
Swan.
get out of here before this up." And so like Hal does like just sort of like he kind of nods towards the captain and walks out of the room.
All right, cool. All right, I'm throwing you in the other one.
Cool.
Right.
So then there's something. We're gonna bring in Torkel, right?
Yes.
I'm going to warn him. I'm going to warn the first mate, or the vice admiral about what Hal mentioned there, that our ship went missing. There is something I need to mention about Torkel, is that when we came back from our first mission, well, I'll explain how we went to the warehouse and how we met Torkel to track down the temple and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went out to find this person that has more information on the temple, when we came back to the city, our ship was gone. And now I'm trying to remember this in an accurate way.
Mm-hmm.
We gave our crew permission to allow him aboard, but we did not tell the crew to obey him in any way. We just said, we have a new member coming aboard, right? So I would explain that.
No, you guys never actually went back to the ship. You went from the warehouse outside of the city. Unless there was a quick stop, but at that time, there was someone you were chasing.
Was there?
Because
I knew we were going after multiple people at like multiple times, and I know that they wanted to do a stakeout, and when we did, we went back to our ship.
The stakeout was what brought you to the warehouse, because Drac, I think it was, recognized the guy from earlier that day. And then you chased them, and that was when there was the warehouse that you followed to, and had the fight in with the elementals. And then at that door was where you first met Torkel. And he gave you that card that allowed you guys to follow that one cultist.
All right, so I'm going to report in that he reported to be friend, and he assisted us in multiple ways throughout this. But one of the negatives was our crew listened to him when trying to move the ship, and the reason for moving the ship was valid in avoiding detection from. Did you call them what was their name
It
again?
was the Zatelli, and I think it was
Zatelli.
priestesses. Because he got what he had told you, and because I need to make sure, because I always have to go back to this thing. Yeah, the Zatelli priestesses. One of them was going to be showing up, and with you guys having gone out, there wasn't really much time to discuss anything because you guys were gone. So
Right.
he kind of made a decision on his own, which you were okay with and agreed with based on the end result, but you don't know exactly all of the situation.
Yeah, I'm going to bring this up in the terms of control that he mentioned. That maybe we should scope that it's wise to scope this guy out, and if there should be any repercussions for it, because it was good and he convinced me. But if there's anything that we should do with him, like make a vow or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So with hearing that, the vice admiral says, "All right, let's have him come in, and I would like to hear just from him, and basically just see. I mean, this is first impression, so it's so Torkel will come up, and so same thing. Vice Admiral addresses him, and Torkel explains what happened and the things that happened that night. So he starts off by saying, well, I first became aware of them a little bit when there was a commotion caused in the middle of the, what would it be called? A courtyard, right? Big open area in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
And it's like, so he became aware of you guys at that point, and is that you
Well,
moving the stone, or is that fucking Drac?
that's Drak.
Yeah.
Or someone else.
Yeah, but it's definitely him. It's likely him, but it could be anyone, but it's him. So he explains that after kind of seeing you guys follow one of the cultists that he had been tracking to the warehouse, and you guys took care of business, he wanted to take advantage of that strength. And so he made a deal with you guys, and this is all information that you know already. And then after he left, he got information about the Zatelli priestess coming, and what he figured out that he would do is, you know those ninjas? He had them pose as the four of you to the crew, so that he could get stuff done. And with that, he's telling all of this to the two of you. He also left a message on the dock, assuming that you guys would be coming back there. But unfortunately, time was of the essence, as you guys were aware of at that same time, chasing down the cultist. But time was of the essence to get your ship out of there, because if it hadn't gone at that point, it might not have really had a chance to. So, yes, I absolutely took drastic measures, but in no way was I planning on trying to pull anything or betray any of you, especially when I come in here and I'm speaking to the 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 vice admiral of Captain Noven, the one who has the dance of death. I'm not a fighter. I'm just here, trying to make a way.
Would I know what he means by dance of death?
So he's referring to the vice admiral, and it's something that you've heard before, but that is one of the things that's been said about the vice admiral, that when he fights, it's a dance of death, and his movements are so rhythmic, and it looks like he's dancing in battle as he's slicing down hordes of enemies.
Can I do an insight of how he knows this? Do I feel like he's getting
It's
this
something
from the crew,
that's
from traveling with the crew in general?
so it's something that it's kind of like well known. It's kind of like what is it? No, you didn't watch a lot of Naruto, right? What did you watch? But I'm trying to think, because so you watched enough where you know Kakashi, and I think he was referred to as the White Wolf or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like that reputation that is gained, and it's not something that is super out there. I mean, he's not really. I mean, just like in Naruto, when they take on more leadership roles, they're not out in the battle fighting as much anymore. So it's not really that's said too much.
It's just legend. But that's why I'm trying to
Basically,
figure out
and
why
that's
he
and
specifically would know it.
Exact. Okay, so cool. So I just wanted to go over that whole thing and just make sure. But yes, so yeah, throw an insight check out there.
Alright, what's my insight? Plus... That's investigation, insight. Oh, that blows. It's at least a 15. So that's good. So yeah, it's a 15. It's 6. I rolled 16 on the die minus 1.
Oh, jeez. So, with that, you don't have when Torkel said it. He said it, and it's something where it's just it's almost kind of like one of those rumors where it's you might have heard it once or twice, and it's was that really? And then when he says it, the vice admiral reacts, not much. He hasn't been reacting really to almost anything that anyone's been telling of the stories of anything like that, because I mean, he's an elf and he's been alive for a long time, and he's been a pirate for most of it, so these aren't really things that are blowing him away. But that being said, you get a little bit of a reaction, and that is something that you notice, is from the vice admiral, the reaction, and it's not one of complete shock or anything. It's just kind of a catches him by surprise, and then back to the general, not exactly stone face, but kind of not really reacting. So it is something that does make raise suspicion for you, but it's not exactly something where it's everything about it exactly. There's definitely something more to that, though. You know that.
Okay.
And so with that being said, and the explanation, and everything like that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that Torkel would have to report, other than kind of like that sort of stuff that wouldn't already have been reported. He kind of doesn't report too much because he just kind of, well, he does explain about the curse that he helped lift from you, to show more of his nature as an asset, rather than a detriment. So he's like, I also helped the captain with a certain predicament that he was suffering with, and things to that effect. And with that, the vice admiral's kind of okay, and he's like, all right, well, he doesn't. I don't exactly know what he would say because he doesn't dismiss him because he's not, a crew member, but it's kind of like, cordially enough, he essentially dismisses him. I'm just blanking on the word. But, so Torkel leaves.
Okay.
And the Vice Admiral turns to you and says, so based on what I've heard, I have no problems with how things are going. You seem to have everything in hand, to basically the furthest extent that you can. And so with that, I would like to make sure, I want to make sure I get these right, because there are a few things that you guys are going to be getting. But the first thing that will happen is he's going to introduce some people to you. The first comes into the office. And you know what? I might have to do this. I'll just do this with everyone.
What about the payment stuff? Is that just everyone gets it?
No. That we'll talk about after. This is something else before that happens. So we'll go back out into, like the not office area.
Do you want to give me like the payment and then name off the items that they also get, like something with their name on it that they are guaranteed?
Not yet, because I have. I'll just basically I want to go through this so that you just see what it is before that part.
All right,
I think
cool.
it'll kind of explain itself once it's actually going. So I'm gonna throw us back in the regular channel.
All right, sounds good.
Like just hearing other stories about other campaigns and just being like, yeah, no, I want to play this and be dumb. I don't want to really take it too seriously unless, I'm in a situation that I have to take it seriously.
Well, that's the part that's
And
kind of cool with
that's
like
just
this
how
and you guys, is there's so much where we switch back and forth. It's not like, no, this is all super serious, don't make jokes. But it's also not like, oh, booga 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 all the time. It's like, no, well, this for real would be kind of more like this. So, with you guys all having gone in, talked to the Vice Admiral, I would like you three.
All he said was, "You're dismissed."
Yep.
We're not pirates anymore. We've been.
You three, if you could come over here, and I'll just move you over, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, Kevin, while we were in there, none of like over here, whatever this thing is down here, nobody did anything, right? Like nobody was saying anything.
No, they're just all, hanging out at the bar. I mean, obviously they're talking and stuff like that. They are available to
Honestly,
talk to.
the only question I have is this person, because they're the only one that has like a different, like, usually what you use as important characters for that, but
Well,
Wait, actually, I have a question. This whole time, Torkel's just been. He hasn't been.
yeah, why is he up there now?
okay.
Because he's Torkel. He's dancing on the bar.
So there's a few things. One, she doesn't seem to be any like stand out any more than anyone else. But
Alright.
she is someone that you can talk to. I mean, yes, I absolutely used a different icon for her. But that
Yeah.
was
It's
just
okay.
happens to be.
As was
Am I about to
discussed-
make a new best friend? Is what I'm wondering.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Whoa! You
Sure.
literally out with somebody. Dick.
Hey, you have Brian. I mean,
I
Drax.
don't want to talk about. No.
Don't even go there.
I don't wanna talk-
Whatever.
All right.
All right,
However,
so-
how
So to finish up the few things. So one, that's not the case about the different icon, but they are all available to talk to because they are different people. So there are different things. Torkel did get up. This is actually because if he's standing here, he's just standing in the way. If he moves up to this square, he's sitting
Okay.
on the bar. So
Okay.
but he also was just called up, and he did talk to the Vice Admiral, and he was in the room with the Vice Admiral and the Captain.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Okay.
yeah, he came in after you, Hal.
But he's not like, and since he's come back, he's not like overly chatty with anybody.
Oh no, I
Ninja-
mean he
ninja
has
friends or anything.
he has been talking. He's been over here, talking to the barmaid and to this over here.
I think that like over here, like over here and everything. He's just watching to make sure Torkel's, sliding a note, doing something to somebody else. He's just keeping an eye on that. Specifically.
Okay, that I've got no problem with that. I'm just letting you know that the people here are more connected to you than they are to him, because you are all actually like
No, I realize that, but
Okay.
like with the
as
I slipped
if
the
it's
note,
Hal
let
being
me know.
paranoid and everything like that. And
Did we go
that's
to
fine.
pirate high school with them?
Jimmy,
Sorry.
is
No,
that
that's
you,
fine.
Jimmy Johns?
Pirate High. All right, so you three are called over, and there are some people who come out from over here.
Oh man, is it the pussies that ran away? Please
Oh
tell
my
me it's
God.
pussies that ran away.
I don't know. Who that-
No, it's a bunch of those weird. I'm just gonna set fire to this whole.
All right.
Oh,
He definitely wasn't
okay.
with them.
Oh damn!
Those cum gutters, though.
Like
Jesus
Hal
Christ.
sees her like.
You and Drac are going to be fighting.
All
Aren't
right.
we always?
So she comes out from this room, and she goes up to Harbor, and she says,
Harbor just makes out with her. Oh,
Drac goes, Mom?
Psych bitch.
Oh wait, my mom's a cow.
This is all getting to be. Yeah, it wouldn't even make sense, right?
Wait. That would make so much sense because my dad has horns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the logic. No, she'd be my stepmom and be like, I'm not even going to listen to you, not
What are
even
you
if there's a
doing,
fire.
stepmom?
There's
So-
something intrinsically awesome about thinking about a minotaur putting his fingers in his cow ears, going la 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 la, just not to hear what's going on.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so she comes up to Harbor and
Kicks him
says,
right in the nuts.
I've been assigned to report to you, Captain." And
Hal like
Oh,
Hal
Lord.
like elbows Drac in the ribs and goes, "Damn!"
she introduces herself as Fra. Fra.
Fra.
It's a dumb name, but all right.
The
You were
next,
assigned by the Vice Admiral.
what was that?
She was assigned by like the Vice Admiral to
Yes.
do this.
Whatever you say, Far.
Fra, not far.
Nah,
She's
she's
so
Fa. I know
far
Fa.
away.
The next person that comes out,
Dragonborn?
this
The lusty
Wait,
Argonian maid.
I just imagine Hal like elbows Drac again and goes, "Damn!"
Its maid lifts her tail.
Well, that's cool. So this one, this guy goes up, reports to Harbor as well, but then goes down here and says the same thing, but he reports and he says, "Are you?" It's yeah. Excuse me, I'm dying. So he
Kill him,
says,
he's dying.
It's Casanova, kid.
it's Corona. So he
guy's got some agita.
he goes up to Hal and introduces himself as Sanash, and he is he's going to be reporting to you, Hal.
I was about
Hal
to say,
says-
is he Hal's babysitter?
Hal goes like this. Hal goes, I appreciate that, but I'm going to delegate you over to part of Halator and let you know that actually I'm only the brains of Halator, and so what you should probably talk to is the brawn, and that is Drac. And he kind
He
of
can
like,
be the tail of Halator.
and he goes, oh, and like Hal goes, oh, and then he like quickly pulls it back in, and he goes, you should probably talk to Drac about the following. And he just kind of like thumbs over his shoulder towards the Minotaur, and he goes, I'm waiting for he goes, I'm waiting for Harbor to come back down. Like it was like I wanted to say that differently, but I couldn't say it. I was like, I'm waiting for Harbor to come back down these stairs.
I'm waiting for
And so-
Harbor, bro.
Waiting for Harbor, bro. You and your fucking scales and your face and your belt buckles and whatever. You're cool, but get over there. What do you got?
All right,
Tell me what you got from behind me. Tell me what you got.
all right. So he introduces himself, and but there's more to get to. So moving on. So we've got.
Can you turn me into a giant scorpion with flying stinger blades? If you can't do that, then I don't know why
Next,
you're talking about.
we've got.
Oh, no, not a dwarf. Anything but that.
He goes up.
All right, so wait. So let's do this. First of all, it's a cool drawing. Second of all, it's Loki as a fucking guy who's been punched in the nose since he was 2.
I mean, and punched in the top of the head, squishing him down.
Oh yeah, like he basically got Hulk punched 2 different ways multiple times, and then you've got Mini Loki. Maloki. Oh, is his name Maloki? It is now.
Now,
His name's
right?
Mini-Me.
So he goes up, introduces himself to the captain, and then goes down here and introduces himself to the other horned guy, Drac, and says, wait, let me make sure. Yeah. And introduces
say
himself as Gilmar Windchin, and I'm to report to you.
Can
All right,
Hal,
but
can
you're hereby
Hal ask-
renamed Mini-Me.
Can Hal ask Sriracha or whatever his name was a question?
Maid lifts her tail.
Sinach?
Can you guys?
Sriracha.
No, you guys should be able to see that. Sanash.
So like I'm not zoomed in, so it's
Yeah,
small.
no problem.
Like, we
I
can
was
see
just
it, it's
making
not
sure
zoomed.
I hadn't
Yeah,
messed it
no,
up.
you're fine. I'm at like 40%, so everything's the size of squiggles.
Yep.
But so Hal just wants to ask Sriracha and say, quick question: are you being assigned to us because we need a bigger crew on a bigger ship? Or are you being assigned to us because you're being assigned to become like us? You know, like we're training you to be better pirates. Excuse me, pirates.
Yes.
We got interns, boys.
With that.
So bigger ship, and you're gonna be like us.
Let the hazing begin.
Finally.
Guess who's scrubbing mermaid poop?
This last
Okay.
one.
Okay, wait, no. Hal has like found his opal. That's what it is.
So she introduces herself and then to the captain, and then comes down and introduces herself to Rack. Now that she introduces herself as Asadi. Now,
Yes, Scotty.
all
What's really
I know
funny
it
is,
was TJ who said this a while
what's
ago. Where
really
it's just
funny
like,
is,
what's
no
the
matter
name
what-
and how are they gonna mess with this name?
No,
And
wait,
it
wait.
doesn't matter.
No matter what happens, no matter how the introductory conversation goes between Rack and Asadi, as soon as it seems like it's come to somewhat of an end,
Hey, how's it going? I'm Hal.
Hal goes, "Psst. Hey, Rack!"
All right. Well, can I have my introductory?
That's what I said.
Be
I'm
like-
just telling you.
Yeah,
No matter
so
how this
she-
goes.
So
Okay.
absolutely, she comes up, she introduces herself as Asadi, and she introduces herself to you. She's been assigned.
Rack's gonna be like, why?
God,
Okay.
another one?
That's fine. What languages do you know?
All of them.
Oh, that is something I'm gonna have.
Please tell me she knows giant.
Hey, I speak Fenway Frank over here. Don't worry about it, brother.
I have things for stats for these guys for you guys, but I'm
Okay.
gonna just explain these guys currently. They are from Matt Colville's book, and these are gonna be followers,
Okay.
and they have a different way of being used. In terms of, there's not going to be like, oh, this one has 60 hit points or anything like that. But I will send you the things on these so that you guys can kind of get the information. And you guys also have control. Their personalities and stuff, I'm going to be running, but anytime where you guys are in combat or whatever and you have them, you guys will be
So
running
like
them in combat.
battalions? So like battalions in a sense?
No, we'll get to that stuff later.
Okay.
This is just like you and your kind of sidekick. Now,
Okay.
each of these has
I'm naming mine Morty.
abilities and powers that are similar to yours. Fra is a barbarian. Sunash is more of a rogue, so it's kind of a little bit off, but he's good for stealth sort of things. Asadi is also a wild mage of sorts.
Yes.
Not to the same extreme as Rack.
Okay.
And Gilmar is a fighter
All right.
as well.
Can Asadi know giant though, so that I can introduce her to Umar and we can all become best friends?
Let me find out, because she'd definitely be able to learn it.
Cool.
But she doesn't start
Because
with
if
that. I don't think.
I would think like if they're under my command, I'd like to come up with a common language to use.
Yep.
That way, for tactical reasons and also to talk shit.
Oh, absolutely. That's that. You can put in the.
I mean, talking
You
shit
can
comes
put in
first
the
and
real order.
foremost, but
Exactly. Talking shit and strategy if it ever comes up. It won't. But so that being said, we have. Let me make sure because it's been a little bit since I looked at this. So we have.
If Asmati could speak show, that would be amazing.
just gonna look at Hal. I'm gonna say, don't. I know what you're thinking, and don't.
All right, so we have some things that have happened because the vice admiral lets everyone know that we have these new junior lieutenants assigned to everyone, and that we have some rankings. Hal is now a lieutenant commander, and Rack is a commander. So,
Oh damn!
Hal, you moved up one rank, and Rack, you moved up 2 ranks.
Drac would like to raise his hand and say, "Yeah,
And the vice
where's
admiral says,
my promotion?"
"No, please, you are dismissed."
What?
No questions at this time.
Also, I have a
Everyone.
second question. Did we pay for these slaves with our gems? And if so, why did I get the half-sized one, Grandma Wrinkle Chin? I just really want to know. Why did I get the smallest one?
Rack's just like shaking his head, like, what the fuck?
And so, with that, the vice admiral completely ignores Drac and
Wow.
says, "Everyone, please celebrate." And he turns to Harbor and says, "We'll finish this up before like the next day or something."
Okay.
He knows that it's like, yeah, there's definitely unfinished business that we're taking care of, but at the moment, there have been things that have happened. You guys have gotten some stuff and some praise and everything like that, so it's time to drink and be happy. So, in this situation, everyone has these new junior lieutenants that report to them. So, what is everyone thinking? Gilmar's just got so much energy.
I'm gonna ask mine if he thinks he could fit realistically, if he could fit into a cask or something.
For what reason?
Any reason, don't worry about it. I'm in charge. Just how much of you could fit in a cask, realistically?
So he's gonna say, he's gonna turn to one of the guys who just got promoted, who happens to be your brother. And he says, "Is he always like this?"
And I'm just gonna be like, get used to it, buddy.
Oh, Grandma Wrinkle Chin, you're gonna be able to do so many errands for me. You have
you
no
forget,
idea.
my character doesn't care for dwarves, so He's talking to the wrong guy. Just gonna be like, get used to it. That's how he is.
All right, and then
Can he fit in the cask?
I think Hal wants to talk to this dragonborn that's come up to him.
You think he probably can, and he's like, yeah, probably.
And he goes, listen. Hal goes, listen, Sriracha. The thing that we gotta figure out right now is what skills are you bringing to this table. So, like, I'm not saying that you don't have them. I'm just saying what skills you bring to the table. What makes you awesome? Tell me right now.
Tell me what's the best part of you? Tell me now. So
I'm gonna know if you're lying. So, what do you got?
What skills? He's typical that you would think. He's got deception, investigation, perception, and stealth.
Okay, so those are things you're good at. Here's a quick situation. A bunch of tentacled monsters jump on the boat. They grab the captain. They grab our sea princess. You'll find out who that is. They grab Carl. Probably the worst case scenario. Who's the cook? What are you going to do? You can try to deceive them. You can try to intimidate them. You can try to stab them. What's your go-to move? Tell me what you got. Again, if you lie, I might cut you. Tell me. What do you got?
Yeah, he's like, dude. He's got some stuff that he can do. Well,
ballpark
it depends.
me, brother.
It depends on what
Ballpark
you're
me,
talking
brother.
about with tentacled creatures. If you're talking about like octopus or just giant tentacles, I mean,
So,
if it's something I can wrap my wire around their neck, I'm gonna.
Like Hal without skipping a beat goes, all right, good, your brain works, good questions. All right, these things are nothing less than tentacular horrors that come from the seven depths of the seven seas. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because if you don't, you're not as fucking smart as you think you are. Third thing, because that was two, is what are you going to do when they are the tentacular horrors and they're tickling you to suck out your soul? What do you do? You're freezing up, brother. What do you got? What do you got? What's your skill set? Tell me, because we got a lot to learn about. If that's not what you got. You don't got anything ready?
Jesus.
Do you know how many times something tried to suck out my soul on this fucking boat over here? Lots. The only thing keeping me sane, Jeremy. Do you know who Jeremy is? You don't have to worry about it, because you're not ready yet. So, shit hits the fan. You're pretty good with knowing about stuff. What else do you got? Can you stabby, shooty?
I'm going to approach, and I'm like, you will have plenty of time to grill him, but the Vice Admiral says it's time to relax.
He looks at you like blue-eyed for a second, and he goes, "Red eye, Captain. All right, fine. I'll let this guy go. Just let me just tell you, I'm not expecting a lot out of this kid. All right, Sriracha, go get a drink. Go grab a drink. See you later."
I go over to Asadi. I point to Hal. Crazy. I point to Drac. Idiot.
And Hal sees that because his perception is fucking plus 12, and he just goes crazy in the pants. Oh.
Oh, also.
And he goes, "Damn, I don't know if that works or not." All right.
And
she responds, "Oh, why wouldn't you say he's an idiot too? He's more crazy than
just like
stupid."
Because his perception's really good.
Oh, okay. That's a fair point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, no wonder I was assigned to you.
And before Drac decides to slide up, he also says, he points to the captain, is faking him out, thinking that he's our father. So just go along with it because it's hilarious.
Got it.
Take a swig and I say, I am your father, casually. I'm not going to argue with you.
You still owe me
I
20
feel like
gold, father.
wait, Harbor, are you in earshot when I'm saying this to her?
I don't know. I thought you
At
went
that
over
point,
and
you're probably
at me.
down at the bottom of the stairs. I
Yeah.
imagine, right? Since like you jumped in with like the Hal and Sanash thing to be like,
Yeah.
hey, let's take a breather.
I believe you mean Hal and Sriracha.
I mean, that too.
So
Well, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Biscotti, that's Italian, right? It's a beautiful name." And I'm gonna say, my dad owns the boat. My dad runs the boat, so I'm really, even though I don't have a rank, I'm like second in command, pretty much.
Kevin, please tell me she knows like joke spells. Like Tasha's hideous laughter.
Actually, what Hal would like to do is Hal would like to make an insight check to see if any of these people are just like faking their like positivity towards us at this point.
Oh no, they're not like Asadi's being positive. Gilmar, I'm gonna keep forgetting his name. Yeah, Gilmar is obviously annoyed.
Grandma Wrinklechin.
I can't imagine why. I can't imagine.
Asadi is okay with Rack, and as soon as Drac came over and started talking, it was kind of like a ho.
That's what he meant.
Like I don't feel like Hal doesn't feel threatened by Sriracha, but Hal wants to make Sriracha know that unless he comes out and says like I like to stab things and I'm great at it, he's like I don't like why am I dealing with you kind of thing. And he's like, oh, I'm good at knowing about stuff and things. And
oh no,
Hal's
he's
great.
Like, I mean, basically, if I were gonna break it down, like I could like read you his stats and stuff, or like, but like he's very he's very similar to you. He's dexterous. He can sneak around. He stabs. His main weapon is daggers. He uses a
in
garrote.
that case, wait, no. If that's the case, then Hal will be very more open.
Yeah,
to like
but
having
he's
a conversation
not.
with him.
He's not Hal, where he's like, oh, if there's I stab it. Okay, let me say what it is. Okay, well, it's whatever it is has a hole in it. At least 3 right now.
Okay,
like,
yeah, no.
That's fine.
No, but if Hal can recognize that this guy has a similar like skill set when it comes to like stabberoni time.
Yeah.
Then
you guys
yeah, like
all have like people who are assigned to you who are similar in like their ability types.
in that case, Hal like maybe Hal's like a little bit like confrontational to begin with, but like if that comes out in conversation, Hal's going to be like, listen, I don't like being like assigned a protege, and I'm sure like Hal literally says, but I'm pretty sure you fucking hate being called a protege. So let's do this. Let's have a healthy competition of some stabitude. And if I beat you, well, I mean, you're still second class. But if you beat me, which won't happen, then we'll talk about what happens from there.
All right. I'm just here to move up, to get as strong as I can. And it seems like what you guys have accomplished, this is a good place to get on board.
Hal will look at him and be like, first of all, we're pretty awesome. Second of all, I'm going to keep calling you Sriracha unless you give me a cooler name than your name. So what nickname do you want?
Oh, I have no idea.
Wait, aren't Dragonborns very
You're
proud,
Sriracha.
especially when it comes to their names?
Is
Is this guy Dragonborn?
Is he? Yeah, I think he is. I think that's what. Yeah.
Because just by race, they're like when it comes to their names, they're very proud when it comes to that. So
What was it? Wait, hold on. What was his full name?
It's Sun Ash. Sun Ash.
Like
Like literally-
SUNASH? Sun
Yes.
Ash?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
And so, like, Hal looks at him and goes, "Your name is Sanash. Until I'm ready to call you that, you're Sriracha." And then he just turns and goes back to the crow's nest, or he starts to walk away. He's like, "If you want a drink, come on by. I'll buy you."
he just leaves the entire place and goes up to the crow's nest.
And he's like, "Jeremy, are you still secret? Are you still safe?
Yeah,
How are
I'm
your
right here,
backflips
dude.
doing?" Wait. And then he goes back, and the whole inside prose is covered in like weird like mathematical equations, and he's like, "Jeremy, you can speak." And then all of a sudden he hears like something hits him in the head, and it's fucking Torval just going, "Shut up, sleep. You don't need to know this." And he reads the thing, and he's like, "Yes, this will work in the anti-gravity chamber." Hal wakes up an hour later. He's like, "What fucking hit me in the head? That's so crazy. Was that a bird dropping?
what it really was Hal
Jeremy's
fell,
just like
hit his head,
Jeremy's like, "Sleep,
and knocked out.
sleep."
He just got a concussion because one of the rungs of the ladder gave way and he just fell.
No, that's what Torville and Jeremy have set up. So he hasn't actually figured out their secret.
All right. You know what? I'm sorry. We have not had Harbor.
Oh my god, it's just the giant secret world, and they're actually creating like
Yeah,
a
what about
device that's
Harbor
gonna kill
and
all of
Frau?
us.
Yeah, Harbor and Fra. What was your introduction? Did you Harbor anything good after she introduces herself to you? This
He's like, I kept it
beefy,
so hard.
Barbarian woman.
I don't know if there's a common language in Barbarian, but I imagine if I asked her, "What can you most, can't the least," she'd understand.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't ever enough to be able to quote that one well back. But it's to always do
Crush
a
her
good job and
enemies.
never a bad.
Hear the lamentation of our women.
Okay, good answer.
Yes. Hey, Drac, you write these questions? Oh, yeah.
Can you speak the word of our Lord Tor?
So, yeah, you guys have all been assigned, for lack of a better term, underlings, who are powerful in their own right, but a little bit greener than you guys. So yeah, that's part of what you guys have upon returning. Everyone's drinking and just hanging out. Anyone doing anything other than that?
I have one
I
other
think
thing.
Rack would eventually, introduce his underling to Umrar. Because, best friends.
That's back,
Come on.
that's back on the ship. I think we're still here, right?
Yeah, I mean, but still, Rack isn't one to like people, so
Yeah,
he'd
so
eventually go back.
It's not like he's gonna hang out forever. He's just like, hey, come on, let's go.
Eventually, his brother's drunken idiocy is gonna annoy him to the point where it's just like, I'm going back to the ship.
Yeah.
So
Why don't you want to interact with Brian?
Hal has something he wants to do,
wrong?
but not with. Excuse me.
What is it?
Is there
the brother?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there were two. TJ, what's your thing? Your thing.
I was asking Wolfgang about like the whole brother thing. Is I feel like now it's gonna be alienated from Brian, your character.
What do you mean?
Calling him dumb all the time, every time. Like it's just like the one thing.
Well, no. I mean, it's like so like maybe Because you're the older sibling, right,
I'm the dad.
TJ? TJ, you're the
I am the
older
in real
sibling? And Brian, you're the older sibling, right?
I thought we were born at the same time.
Well, I mean, no, like out of
In
character,
Oh, in
like
real life?
you're
Yeah.
in real life. Yeah, so I'm the younger and the older sibling. So I know that my older brother would be like, "You guys are idiots," and sometimes with my brother, I'd be like, "You guys are you're you're a fucking idiot. I'm doing my own thing." It's not like Rax he's very protective of his brother, but he's grown enough. But he's like with the crew, he's trusted them enough that he can start showing like his pranks for his brother. He's a dick, but he also likes to
Yeah.
prank his brother.
Classic Rack.
Oh, me, it's prank him. I was just saying that we've just heard a whole lot that he's an idiot.
I mean, to be fair, Drax's been kind of acting like an idiot,
I mean,
and Rack would be the one to call him out on his shit.
right? Yeah. I was just mentioning.
Yeah. Maybe like, brother, I'm gonna go check on your pet.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's what I got WinRAR here for. I mean, sorry, not WinRAR. Ran my chin for.
What
That's
about
why.
Carl?
That's part of why I asked him. Carl doesn't do anything. He helps a little bit. He makes me the fish food. I do all the heavy lifting.
Okay. Well, I mean, like,
So you feed her the
you know,
fish flakes? No, but like I could.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go check on your check on your quote unquote pet.
All right, if that makes you happy. I like looking at the aquarium sometimes too. I think it's very
I'm also
relaxing.
gonna introduce
She doesn't swim around that
Scotty
much.
to
Just be ready to be disappointed.
Umrar.
Word.
But you have fun, you get drunk, and haggle.
Yeah, we're gonna toss old
Year-old
Winchin around. Hal and I are gonna
toggle.
see how far we can toss him.
Haggle. He never
Oh,
got.
sure.
But stay out of trouble.
All right,
Don't do anything too stupid.
So Hal has one more thing he wants to try to accomplish.
Okay.
Hal wants to find out if there is like a weaponsmith somewhere in this harbor.
There is not one here.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Is there somewhere that like is there anyone here that can recommend like a port where there is like a decent weaponsmith that we can go to that isn't going to be like go back to Bernard because there's a good guy there, you know?
They just there's the world renowned
That's
Smith
the
and
only
Bernard.
place
At which point
that
we're
makes
like,
weapons.
probably killed them alive. So nope, that's not where we.
That's the only place, and it's but you didn't even hear about it when you were there. It's world renowned except for when you're there.
When you're there, because then they're
Except-
very
They're
modest.
like, yeah,
like,
we
no, we're
get
not
it.
that
The
good.
guy's such
We
an
don't really do
asshole.
it.
Yeah.
No, that's just because every time you went there, the lesser fucking blacksmith would always be like, Yearling Greymane has that honor. Like, shut up.
Shut up, blacksmith. All right, but
Don't
if
you
there's,
even dare, he had
if
great
there's,
steel
if there's no
swords.
one here,
Do you know
if
my
there's-
father? Shut up, bitch.
Shut up. If there's
he's
no
right
one
there.
here, is there like can we get like or can I maybe get like a reference point on where I could go to like request something unique be made?
Oh yeah, I have a shit ton of money. I should probably think about that.
So, with all of this being said, what I'm gonna do is say
You can get whatever you want. Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Awesome.
we're gonna be taking care of some money things and some other things for next week in terms of wrapping this up. There's also something else that I had given you guys, I believe. Yeah. If you go to the, and we don't have to do this now or even ever. If you go to the second thing, there's like, it's almost like it's the journal. So if you go to the chat screen and go all the way to the top, there's 6 little icons. The second one is the journal. There's tavern games that I've put in there. If you guys want to scroll through there at any point, trying to get a hang on, some of those, because they seem like they're pretty cool
Nice.
tavern games that people have come up with for like gambling. Are you guys all able to see that and
Yep.
get it?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah.
So that doesn't have to be right now at all, because I'm not going to be running that right now either. But that's something that I wanted to bring to your attention. The other thing is, if you have any specific questions that you want to ask anyone, let me know. Like Tom, yours with the blacksmith, or some sort of weaponsmith to be able to get something nice and strong. Anything else that anyone has, let me know. And
I mean, like, so am I supposed to, like, with the money that I found on my own, am I supposed to split that with the crew, or?
no,
That's up to
Okay,
you.
cool. Cool.
Did you report it?
No, I didn't.
no.
Yeah,
So
man.
that
Pirate taxes, kid.
that's more gonna be for like things with like attacking.
In
like,
fact,
a
the
ship.
only person that knows is Harbor, because we almost had to buy a new ship.
Yeah.
So
So
okay.
I don't know. I just happened to read Halvar the Stabinator, and I'm like, that's awesome. And then I rolled down to the bottom, and Rax the sensible yet uncharismatic, amazing.
I don't remember. Like, I remember writing that. I don't remember where.
Well,
that
I
is.
mean, like, this was before
You fixed
before
your shit.
yeah.
That was when you had like an 11, and it's like your main stat should not be terrible. Like,
Yeah.
if any of them, you should have one good stat, and it should be the one you need at least. So
Yeah.
you're never gonna hit anything, and this is gonna be rough. That's fine.
When everything was just magic missile, because
Right.
my
It's
stats
just like,
suck.
fuck it, doesn't matter. I'm always gonna hit, and it's always gonna be damage.
Yeah.
Almost always.
So yeah, any questions that people have, let me know. Also, you guys can take a little bit of time here, and have some downtime if you choose to. There's stuff to do, but like if you wanted a little bit of time to do anything, that's fine. You're gonna be limited in what you can do based on what you have available to you, but
What about like a potion shop? Can I like shop for potions? Like healing
Yep.
items?
yep.
Yeah. So I think I'd like to do that.
Okay. I'll set that up as well. So we've got. All right. Weaponsmith. Potions. Anything else?
General magic items that were turned in by other crews, like
Yep.
they didn't need.
Yeah, because I'm also interested in that, because anything that could help me cast with higher. I don't know. I just like stuff.
Stuff to
Rack
spend
like
money
stuff.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Cool. And obviously, if you guys
Wait, actually, you know what would be fun too, just in case, is if there's like I don't know, like a library or like a plate, like a, I don't want to say a fucking library, but like some place that like somebody could go spend some time and learn a little bit more about, like, pirate superstition or history or something like that. Like if somebody wants to invest some time into that to kind of
so that
be better at it.
that would be something that would be a downtime activity, and I am 100% for it.
Okay, cool.
But it would take time, and like if you were like, dude, this is awesome, and it's like that'll take 2 months, and everyone's just like, bye, Hal.
Yeah, no,
But-
totally understand.
but yeah,
I guess what I'm saying is that like maybe it's a downtime action that happens while we're on board, right? So like maybe there's a library that lends somebody a tome, like Hal a tome or something that he's reading through, and as he reads through, maybe it never helps him, or maybe like all of a sudden the water's churning and there's a bunch of sharks in a place that there shouldn't be sharks, and he's like, oh, that means that blank, you know?
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. So there's there's all sorts of things like that, because certain things I'll definitely obviously like allow if it's like, oh, I'm reading a book that will like increase
my thing is that like my history or my religion checks are a +0.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I do not have a stat
like,
yet, so
but in certain situations, it might not be like a straight up like, oh, you get a plus to your history, but it might be like in certain situations, it's like for pirate superstition,
bonus, right?
you get like a +5 or whatever, or with this thing you get that. So like it'll vary. Like you might get a +1 to history, or a +1 to or a +5 to pirate history.
The only other thing I want to do before like we break for tonight or before we do whatever is Hal wants to go up to Harbor and look Harbor like in the eye and just say, Captain, I'm always going to make sure that I'm not the one stabbing you in the back unless it's actually me, and then turn around and walk away.
Jesus Christ. Knew it was going to be something like that. What about Harbor's interaction with Fra? We never got to that.
What can you most, can't the least?
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Yeah, okay.
And she
The two of them just start doing a bench press competition right there, and you're like, yes.
Nope. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, I will get you guys not only the stats for these characters, but the rules, because again, they're a little different, but like
yes, because I have no idea what to expect with these.
The main thing with these guys is,
Are they like hirelings? But without the, paying gold for them?
no, not really, because they're part of the like Noven's crew. Like they are recruits who are junior lieutenants. You all outrank them currently, so it's something where it's like that. They're kind of where you guys were, I don't know, a year ago. Maybe maybe a little bit more, where it's like you're moving up the ranks. You get assigned to a crew. You start doing stuff, and then eventually you became lieutenants, and some of you commanders and stuff like that. So
Do you know what's super fun about that? That means that like wizened old grandma, aka Loki dwarf, that's been assigned to Drac, has been fucking up as much as Drac has. That's what's fun about that. Actually,
never made it.
Actually, more so because he's been assigned to Drac, so Drac is his superior. That's what's fun.
Oh God, you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no!
Like that's
We have 2 Dracs now.
horrifying and amazing all at the same time. Hey, how's your crew? Harbor's like, yeah, let me tell you about my crew, and just like
75%
totally
great.
omits that, just doesn't say anything about that.
That's really high. That's a really high number. Sorry, 75 is way too high.
Wait, so
62%.
So Rack,
Good?
your friend, your new compatriot, it's not Asami. What is its name? What is her name?
Asadi?
Asadi.
Biscotti.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Biscotti.
Biscotti. Okay. Now I understand the reference. Okay.
and they are
All right,
off
cool.
in the ship.
All right, cool. I do have to say that if Sriracha tries to climb up and get in the crow's nest with me, I will stab his eyes out. So no.
Okay.
Get someone to train
I
you.
just find it weird that Rack's just finding it weird that he all of a sudden was second in command and now is commander, and he's just like, why?
Hey, everyone who is in a leadership position in this crew doesn't want it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, like he doesn't mind it, but it's also like this is gonna be more work. But he's also thinking about ways that, oh, I can actually order my brother around now to do things that I don't want to.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna order my intern to do them.
Unless I order you to say that you can't.
It's my
Oh,
intern.
man.
Yeah, but
well-
I can have your intern report to me and say, make sure that he does this, and not just throws it all on you.
The order to follow his orders, I think, was of you and me. 'Cause
Yeah.
if that were the case, I could take all these guys, and I don't think I want that responsibility.
Well,
either.
yeah, but you
Because I
can.
already
You
been
can pull
captaining so
rank.
hard with what I have.
Like you,
Yeah.
Harbor, you absolutely can pull rank on everyone. The only
Yeah.
one that you are aware of that you don't outrank here is the Vice Admiral.
No. The only person he doesn't outrank is Halator.
Is God.
And he no. And he totally
Halator.
outranks Halator, but
God is
Halator
everywhere.
answers to no one. Halator answers to no one but their own.
Amen.
I mean, with your new rank, rank combined with Drac, you guys like choose the medium, I guess. That would actually bring you a rank down and Drac a rank up, so I still outrank you.
No. Wait, listen. I'm saying that not because it makes any sense, but because that's the madness that happens when Halator happens. And the only thing that will make that even better is that now we have these subordinates outrank. That all
Oh my
of a
God!
sudden
You could put
someone's like
you could
form
put
of Halator, and fucking these subordinates are like, we don't know what that, and somebody just gets run over and mauled as Halator like rushes into a scene, and people are like, what the fuck is happening? And the captain has to try to tell his subordinates, just calm down. This is our shit. Just get out of the way. Just get out of the way of those two maniacs. It's okay. And we're just like turning into Halator. Oh, I fucking
I'm
love
pretty
it.
sure I already gave my subordinate the rundown. She's like, they're crazy. They're gonna do what they
Okay.
Oh
want.
yeah, she
Let it happen.
Wait.
100%.
Wait. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just
Yeah.
saying if you show up to like an office job and somebody says, everybody's crazy, watch your back, you're like, okay. But if you show up and someone says, everyone's crazy, watch your back, and on day 2, somebody jumps in the back of a fucking Minotaur and starts stabbing and like horn rubbing the shit out of an enemy, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? That's not what I thought when you said everyone's crazy. I thought like people stole people's pencils. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
So.
but that's different fucking life too. I mean, you're comparing a fucking accountant to a goddamn pirate. What the
Hey,
fuck?
I said, what are your skills? And they were like, I'm really good at intimidation. And I'm
Oh,
like, no,
come
you're not.
on,
You
mister.
just said it.
What are your skills? And I'll know that you're lying. Oh, how will he fucking know? Because of your goddamn insight. Shut up with your fucking skills. Shut up about the
Kevin
skills.
took his angry pills again. Here's some Kevin angry pills. Anyways, the two things that are my parting comments tonight are, one, Sriracha is cool, but we'll see how it goes. I am a super huge fan of, Hal is a super huge fan of Purple Drakeface. And lastly, I love this new element because it's going to add that much more weird shit, and we're going to just not notice how much in love Carl and Fishface are. That's all I'm saying. We're all busy with our own bullshit. We didn't notice that Carl is getting it on with fish fries that they were going to have little fish Carls running around. And we're going to be like, God damn it, what do we do with these? And then we're going to have to put them in a port and be like, start your fish family. And then, like,
We
10
lost
episodes
Carl.
later, we're going to come back and find out that they didn't like the fucking mutants we put on their port. And they killed them.
That's a shitty shanty scenario.
Like, the captain doesn't even say it. That's just like, you know what? SS kids. And I'm not talking about horrible Nazis. I'm talking about vindication right now. Vindication and avenging.
Well, I mean, a tiefling would know that. It wouldn't stand for that, whether good or evil, because, you know, tieflings are primarily ridiculed from birth.
Listen, I'm spitballing a story. I'm not the fucking narrator right now. What I am is a fucking lunatic that thinks the worst case scenario all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, we just came back to the place that hired us to do a thing. Should we make sure they're not gonna fucking double cross us and stab us? Captain, you want me to go in? I'm fucking crazy. That's what I am, so. But also, the other parting comment I just want to say is that this is I don't have Discord up, but like
Jesus Christ,
I
Kevin.
fucking love this game. Like Saturday
Perfect.
nights or Sunday nights when we do that is fucking amazing. Oh my god! I just.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
so I went back in my fucking tub, saw there's a mermaid, and who do I have to thank for that? Or is she gonna eat my face? I don't care. I just don't care.
So I'm glad to continue hearing that you guys are having fun and everything. So yeah, we'll we'll see what the fuck happens next week.
Oh my god.
I'm almost afraid to know.
Right. We just have to discover it and then just be there because fuck.
Yeah.
If we found out beforehand, it's just like, what? What? Okay.
Like I came into this
What
with
did you say? What?
with Brian's text from this morning and was just thinking, oh God, no. Oh Lord.
I wasn't going to take it that far. I just thought it was funny.
All right, everybody. Good game. I will talk to everybody next week.
All right, cool. All right, later, guys.
Later.
Later.